Hello everyone, welcome to the, I was going to say live stream. Okay, my bad. No, okay.
No, I just got done with streaming.
No,
Again.
you just got done streaming. Welcome to the Rum and Harbor campaign and the Lost Harbor Tavern. I am your host, Nitsify, and I am also the DM. In case you didn't know, we have a few people here, a few little souls here, just a few little lads and lassies. I'm sorry, you never let me say that again. Like, actually come to my house and just beat the crap out of me.
Unfortunately, I don't live anywhere near you, but
I'll pay for your flight. I'll pay for it. Alright, so, that being said, we have a few players here. We have, first of all, tucked away in a corner, hiding behind herself somehow, and also duplicating herself to sit on top of a lizard. We have Anya, who plays
Hi.
Yeah. We also...
Don't ask how I've duplicated myself twice. It doesn't...
Don't worry about it.
It's not important.
Don't worry about it. Don't stress about the economical crisis that'll be created by this.
Don't worry about my clones. They're fine.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We also have Acrid, also known as Backrid, also known as Purple Barney. Don't ever call him that. He plays Loki. Loki Ishu.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck
Ew.
you.
Okay, man.
Don't ever say that again.
Oh, okay.
Ew.
Right, man. So,
He almost
yeah.
disconnected from
we
Paul.
have, we have,
He almost disconnected.
we have Isa. She plays Ublex.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. The vibe's been ruined.
Yeah.
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 I want to look the
Hashtag-
next one.
Hashtag forklift certified.
Oh
right?
yeah. I'm like yeah, I'm certified, but like also today when I got home from work, I marinated some beef for some beef bulgogi. I'm so high.
Hell yeah. No, that's actually good. I love beef, but fuck.
It's okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know.
I feel you. But not like I'm touching you, but I just like feel that.
Like emotionally you feel me.
But like
Not-
if I
not
could
like
touch
to-
you, that'd be okay.
Well, I mean, like, I don't really care, but like, like maybe like at least you
Caresses.
ask, like, what the fuck? You gotta give me like a heads up, okay? Alright, so we what? Okay, we also have Reed, who plays Usagi, our resident emo. Yeah, welcome back.
What do you mean emo? I'm the least emo out of every character here.
We all know that. Well, okay, I don't know if I could call Ublex emo, but we all know that anyone who goes on a vacation is obviously emo. That's how this works.
And emos don't have mottos as good as Usagi's. But fun fact: one member of the crew canonically knows what he tastes like.
That would be
What
the
do you mean, like in a sexual way, or like just like
No, I'm pretty
eating?
sure. I'm pretty sure Borf ate my corpse. Remember?
Borg was
okay.
going to.
Oh, thank you for the clarification.
To clarify on that a little bit, Borf did want to because that is like no tradition with the dead. They
I don't think she ever asked me.
Well, she probably wouldn't. Like, it's just like to her, that's like common. Like, if you tell her, yeah, no, that's not how we deal with the dead. She
I don't
you,
really
like, what the fuck
care.
do
I
you
mean,
mean?
it's not like I'm using it for anything.
Yeah. See, that's the thing is like they have the gnolls have the thought process in my world of why let my allies' dead corpse go to waste when it can be of use and feed the hungry. Big brain. They are a scavenging race at the end of the day, so it does make sense. But
Has she eaten it yet? Because
she did not get to. Because Lendry did want to send you and Benjamin off Viking style. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
How sad. Oh, man. Okay.
However,
anyway.
there is no guarantee she didn't at some point sneak a nibble. But that will remain a mystery to this day.
Oh, God.
That
What if I
being
ask?
Yeah. I mean, you
What
could
if I
ask.
ask?
I don't know what would bring on and prompt such a question. But,
Your left tit is missing.
Dude, you just look down.
Oh my
like,
God.
Just half of your chest is just gone. There's just a bite mark.
Like fucking Toji from Jujutsu Kaisen.
That is a crazy comparison, but yeah, sure.
Wait, how fucking dare you? I made a JoJo's reference
I missed it.
Yeah.
I
you
made a
missed it.
JoJo's reference and you weren't there. Fuck
Yep.
you.
So,
No, I'm not happy about it either. Anyway,
either way. So,
I would've
hello,
gotten it.
air conditioning.
No.
So, in case you weren't here for the last episode, or, you know, if you were on vacation like a certain someone, I'm going to give a little bit of a recap. In the
Good.
last episode, y'all went to go deal with the big slime monster inside the big slime cave. Y'all lost one of the slimes on the ship because you guys brought both of the slimes from the ship. They did a lot on protecting, honestly, a good amount of the player characters. However, Loki was getting steamrolled. That was obscenely unlucky rolling that night. But overall, the slimes were managing to do the job that they came here to do. One of them did die, got absorbed. But you know, that's the risk we take. But you guys did manage to get rid of it in the process on your way entering the cave, however. It should be mentioned, there was a bunch of, like, objectives that don't actually have to be done, but Lindry kept asking Happy if there are other things he needed to be worried about. And every time she asked, he gave her more and more info. So whether or not y'all choose to pursue any of that is up to you. But you guys, there was one thing that I know for a fact you guys wanted to go and pursue, which was going up to the top of the mountain where there is apparently a slime tree bearing slime fruit that apparently turned Happy, who was once an animal, into slime, and has apparently been doing that to the resident animals of the island. And on top of that, there is apparently a honey ritual, which Ublex very well knows that honey ritual that is near that tree is definitely from her patron. That's Hemalicia's like bread and butter ritual. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows the hokey pokey, man.
Unless it's like evil militia
Oh,
and she
dude.
wants to kill me.
Dude,
Here's
that's
the list.
Or
that
if it was
Kira
Freddy
got.
Fazbear.
dude, it's Evil Burger. I'm sorry, Anya. What?
What did you say?
There's the list that Kirla got.
yeah. Do you want to
What?
read that out for all to hear?
Okay,
boy.
so we've got slime tree with ritualistic symbol made of honey. That's the same one that bears the fruit.
Yep.
We've got a tree that's only been seen twice, once on land and once in the ocean. Have you
Okay.
tried to get people to see it, but it disappeared. Apparently it looks like it's withering and transparent at the same time. We've got a slime giant that is a 30-foot bear.
Oh,
Forgot about
There's an old hermit that lives in the mountains. There's a tiefling with a shop in the mountains. No one really knows.
that.
He seems unaffected by everything. There's a slime lake with weird crystals growing in it. And there's a skeleton paladin somewhere. And that's just what I got.
And
Oh
that
my.
was only because Loki told him to like stop. Like he could have just kept saying things. Like
Something weird on this island. What the hell?
Okay, normal. It's okay.
I mean it's just an everyday, like existence here at here at a
Tuesday.
forgotten island. Cheese day. Hey, don't make me bring Algonzo cheese into this world. That will I won't
please
hold
no.
back.
No.
Please, no.
You want to be a cheese elemental?
Oh, boy.
Alright, anyways. So, honestly, if I remember correctly, we literally stopped as you guys were heading up the mountain. So we're just gonna pick off there. You guys will spend that, next 30 minutes. Right, actually, there's something we have to touch on. So, while you guys were dealing with everything, I'll
Oh,
just
yeah.
give a little
What happened to
reminder
me?
to what happened to Usagi. As you guys were
Yeah, I
going
wanna
through
know.
the tunnel to get to the monster, Usagi's body folded in. Well, actually, no, it didn't fold in on itself. You saw. Remember that smiling gnome from way back in Solus that has continued to show up randomly, and he's
Nope.
never been seen
Oh.
not smiling.
Oh
Yep.
no.
Yeah, he was standing there in the cave. He walked up. He did two things. He handed Loki a fruit, He did eat that fruit, by the way. He now has the string fruit power.
Oh, cool.
The second thing is that he grabbed you by the shoulders, unblinking, and you folded in on reality with him. Both of your bodies folding in on themselves. Yusaki,
Okay.
during this time while you were gone, here's what happened.
Oh god.
So, you remember you've had a few predicaments. You know, you've had a few predicaments. Before. Yeah, you know, you have. You didn't get to say bye to a certain someone. We're about to get to that. So,
Oh god.
when you fold back into reality with the gnome,
What?
you're in a cabin. In this
What?
log cabin is a bunch of cozy furniture. We're looking at like a fireplace, like a wooden coffee table, like, you know, a few, like, you know, 3 sofas kind of like placed around it, like a deer head up on like the wall, you know, that sort of vibe.
What in God's name?
And you can see sitting on one of the sofas is, funny enough, Taka.
What?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Oh, hello.
Hello.
How did I get here?
Well,
What?
you can thank my little gnome friend there.
I just look over at him. Hello?
He waves to you.
I wave back, like, nervously.
He gives you a
Is that-
thumbs up and then gestures towards the chair.
I guess I just sit down in the chair.
Alright.
Also, there's no music. Is there supposed to be no music?
There is supposed to be music. Is it not playing for you?
No.
Ah, I see what's happening. Hold up. Let me see. Sorry, I had some extra stuff set up on the side from a different area. Because I normally have like 2 or 3 browsers up when I do this stuff. And one of the browsers I was using before stream, or before recording. And I had some stuff that I set aside that I wanted to get to later, after recording. I had that window sharing instead. Apologies. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, they would just kind of look to you. And Taka would just go, apologies, I typically don't bother, well, my gnome friend here. Or try to have people quite literally teleported towards me. However, I met this friend rather recently. And we never got to chat in Jetsam.
Yes, that's correct, because I was trying to not get caught.
Well, between not getting caught and then you dying,
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
that was a
Yes,
bit of a
that's it.
shock.
A certain friend set me up with a deity that brought me back, so... Shrugs. Could be worse, I suppose.
That, yeah, it definitely could have been worse. Let's just cut it down to the chase.
Yes?
I've said
confused and slightly
before,
terrified.
I've said before in my letter that I've moved on from the Navy, and I'm working with Captain Rydon.
Yes?
On top of that, I have no reason to chase you, to harbor any form of natural, what's the word, bloodlust towards you. But I wanted to be understood, to be honest, I still don't know quite how to see you as a person. I wanted to give you a chance during that time, and you took advantage of that. Even though I don't work with the Navy anymore, and even though I've changed and basically turned on them, that doesn't matter in the long scheme of things when what you did was completely grab my heart, tear it in two, and stomp on it. I'm happy for you on one hand. You've gotten yourself a good crew. You've gotten people who care about you from what I've seen. That's a good thing. Because I know, looking through your past records and through the bits and pieces I've seen of your life, you weren't exactly someone who had that for a huge portion of your life. Still, though, what you did was wrong. I'm not asking you to own up for it. I'm not asking you to try and fix it or anything like that. And I'm not saying I hate you either. But I wanted to get this off my chest. Because this entire time, while all of this chaos has been going on, all I've gotten to do is feel turmoil stir within my chest because you, someone who I thought genuinely maybe just the Navy just had the wrong opinion, maybe you could be changed into a better person, and in a way, from what I've seen, the crew's made a good impact on your life, but when I tried to give you a chance to genuinely turn over a good leaf, you manipulated me. I just hope you don't do that again. To anyone.
Just gonna breathe in. You're right. You're right about all of that. I didn't really have the capacity to. Didn't really have the capacity to bond properly with anybody else. I just thought, I need. And when I saw the opportunity to take what I thought I needed to get enough riches that I'd never have to worry about anything ever again, I didn't understand the impact that would have.
You and I were cut from a different cloth. Different backstories, different backgrounds.
All I can say is I'm sorry.
It's appreciated. And I do accept your apology.
Oh, good.
Again, it's weird. I more just wanted to actually have this talk because it's hard to move on when you can't track the person down to at least talk about it to some degree. What about you and Nekomata? She was on my radar as well as a Navy person at one point. But
I haven't managed to get a hold of her for a while.
I know.
She hasn't made any attempt to get back in touch either, so I assume she's busy.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I did see her during Gao. She
good.
tried to get a hold of you, but Navy got in the way. I haven't seen her since. And again, with me being a detective at the past, I wasn't able to do too much. So that's why you didn't really see me, nor her, really. But I do want you to know she is trying. It's just things have gotten complicated on her end.
I would have figured. I would have fit. That's usually how it is, isn't it?
Yeah. I also heard your country's under a bit of, well, problems as well. I'm sure you've already heard of it.
Yes. Hopefully I can possibly help deal with that.
Hopefully so.
I don't want to run away from my problems anymore. It's not doesn't mean anything. Well, although admittedly trying to take them head on got me killed, so perhaps a little caution is necessary.
I think taking it head on to some degree is a good thing. Just make sure you warrant some caution while doing so. Running away from it definitely wasn't the best idea either.
If I see that shit again, I'm going to do nothing and let other people talk instead.
Definitely, that's something else I wanted to talk about. Lemmius is his name. There's something he's after, and I can't figure it out.
He won't tell anybody, so it's not worth.
Well,
It's not worth
actually,
the out.
there's someone that's managed to get some information on him.
What?
And it's the captain of a navy that, even though I'm no longer with the navy, he's continued to give me information. Have you ever met a Captain Apollo?
That sounds vaguely familiar. Who is that? I'm sure I have, but I'm blanking on at the moment.
So, for you as a player, I'll remind you, Captain Apollo was the captain that y'all could have fought back in, God, I'm trying to remember, I think it was in Jaiko, or it was like, I think it was in Jaiko. Y'all had the option to fight him. One of the snipers did try to take a shot on Lindry.
Oh, now I remember.
And he caught the bullet. That guy. He was the only one that was willing to talk with y'all.
Oh, now I remember.
Yeah.
Him.
Yes.
What did he get?
So, apparently, he's looking for a vessel of sorts. Someone... So, here's the thing, right? And I've been trying to look more into it myself. From what I know with Lemmius, I don't think he has... What's the word? Much longer.
Oh.
Shades typically don't have a lifespan because they're undead. But Apollo was doing some, arcanic checks while he had this chat. He realized that the person known as Lemmius is almost as if his body is connected onto the sword he's been wielding. Almost like he's bound to it to a degree.
Oh, so if we break the sword, then...
Well,
presumably that won't be very easy.
Not just that. He realized when he was talking with Lemmius, he would lose composure at times. His voice would deepen, become more aggressive.
Yes, I know what that's like.
But whenever he did that, he seemed to almost change as a person. He became unwilling to talk for a moment. And then it would change, almost like as if something or someone was taking over from time to time. I have a theory, and it's a long shot. I don't know if this could be the case. But we know that Lemmius has been around for over 1,000 years. He's one of the only people that is still alive to this day that has lived past the Elf Purge. And not just that, but has continued to show up in runic writings. From old ruins, written in primordial and sometimes even forgotten languages.
Yes? Oh.
From my understanding, there was a tale. And the thing is that we've always called it a legend, a myth, a folk tale, because we weren't sure if it was real. In fact, most people nowadays believe it isn't real. But if it is, it would explain him. You see, there was an adventurer way back in the first 100 of our existence. When we were still in primordial times, when the dinosaurs were still roaming our Earth. When the Tarrasque was the biggest struggle of our kind. When that time was going on, there was a man. He took up a sword to protect his village. The sword that he grabbed, and this man had no technique, he had never fought a day in his life. But the story goes that he picked up a sword that simply showed up in existence. From what was... Yes. But what was known of it was, at least a little bit of information that the townspeople had on it. The townspeople refused to touch it. They said it was cursed.
Oh, great.
They said that a man that meant well, known as the Gambler, apparently bestowed it upon the village. He said that should they ever need protection, it could provide, but it would provide at a very strong curse, a very strong cost.
Oh, great.
So the people always avoided it. But when that man took over, it was said that his body died as soon as it attuned to the sword. But yet he still fought off an entire barrage of attacks from 2 or 3 different towns. And despite that, despite being the only one fighting, he came out alive, while the townspeople hid. In a way, it's been said that, at least in the story, that his soul was sealed in the sword, and the sword craved chaos. If Lemmius is attached to this, if this folktale is true, and this is Lemmius, if these two connect, it would explain his shifts between chaos and a form of lawfulness. My guess is that when he was talking to Captain Apollo of getting a vessel, he might be looking to try and stop the cycle. In what way, I don't know how or why. But from my understanding, he set out and by forcefully messing with fate, the very fate of people, he banded groups together of pirates in hopes that maybe one of them would be the vessel.
As in taking over their body?
See, Apollo had asked that question too. And he said no. But he never provided any more information on what he meant by vessel. But he doesn't plan to take over the body. I think the sword might want to, but I think Lemmius might have a plan to possibly block that. There's a lot of ifs right now, and I'm still stringing it together. If you see him again, I'm not saying you should have to force yourself to talk with him, but I do think trying to get more information out of him might be for the best.
I don't think he'll like me talking to him, considering considering last time.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if he tried to bring you back or not. You did have Yanessa, so Yanessa would have overpowered him on bringing you back if he did try.
Supposedly I had a lifeline or something from him, but I'm pretty sure he threw it away because I annoyed him too much.
I don't know. Just be careful.
Great. And just gonna say, if you need help with anything, call me, please. It's the least I can do.
I will. And I guess if you plan to take over your country, or try to get it back at least, sounds like an absolute mess, you can call on me and my crew. I'm sure
Yes,
Captain
thank you.
Rhydon would be more than happy to, considering he's friends with your captain as well.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Of course. Well, that's kind of all I needed to talk to you about. I hope the gnome didn't pull you from anything important.
No, I don't think so. I mean, they can handle themselves, probably.
Fair enough.
Hopefully.
At least you have faith in your crew. That's at least something.
Yep.
You'd see the gnome appear behind you. You're a rogue, right?
Yeah.
You've known how to pick up on like when somebody tries following you. Because you remember like when the Knoll was following you, when Borth was trying to stalk you down. Like you always had a feeling like whenever she would follow you, you felt nothing. There was no damn presence from this man. As you feel him just randomly put his hand on your shoulder, your body warps back in. And next thing you know, you are on a mountain, side by side with everyone else.
What in the god? What did I miss?
Oh, you're back.
Oh, hi.
I need a drink immediately. I've learned something.
Loki would hand him a bottle.
I'm gonna take that and drink it. Listen,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
that's
need all of
orcish
my
rum.
alcohols on the boat.
Wait,
listen
what
to,
ale
listen,
is it?
listen to,
That's Loki's only drink he keeps on him. It's orcish rum.
Hey, you saw
Oh,
me. By the
no.
way, you
I'm
can
taking
keep doing your roleplay, but you did say you're going to drink it, so roll me a con save.
oh,
Orcish
thank God.
rum is strong, and you are a
Yeah.
lightweight.
He's a medium
I'll
because
save,
he's
you
an alcoholic.
Yes, yes.
Usagi's not really an alcoholic though. I mean, he drinks, but like not
drinks
very much.
blood.
Harrigan typically don't even drink alcohol, so the fact that he drinks is a miracle. Like,
Yep. Constitution say. That's a 6.
okay, you take a sip, and you can figure out how to roleplay this into your talk. You
Okay.
can have fun with this, but I just want to let you know.
Oh God.
You aren't seeing double, but you feel
Oh.
like if you take even a lick, you are gonna start feeling double. You definitely feel a little tipsy though. Like your balance is definitely a little off, and your speech is slurring a little. Like,
Okay.
You asked for a
Thank you for
drink.
that.
That's the drink I have on me. I don't.
Thank you for that. No, listen. My ex called me. There's some important information.
Called you?
Well,
Is that the gnome?
yoinked me away with the power of some creepy gnome that keeps following us around.
hey, perception check.
Oh God.
I also want to
Alright.
mention you are definitely swaying
I have
side to
advantage
side
on this,
saying
by the
this.
way.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so that's a 19.
Is that a perception check for everyone or just him?
Well, actually, no, you have advantage on hearing, right? Yeah, no, you have advantage on hearing checks. This is more like a sight is what you're going for with this one. So this would
Okay,
be
well, I still got a
apologize.
19.
Okay, cool. Yeah, everybody else can, sure, if they want to. Sure.
Great.
I have a DC in mind for this. So I'm curious to see if anybody else will pick up on this.
How's a 19?
No.
No, okay.
I got a dirty 21.
Dirty 21,
Ooh.
okay.
I rolled a
okay.
nat 3.
Aww. That is unlucky. Okay. So, I don't know if Issa wants to roll at all or not, but, did she?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I roll.
You
I
roll.
haven't even rolled yet.
You got this, I believe in you.
Yeah.
Constitution check. Alright, so, are you
fuck.
taking a sip as well, or like?
No.
Okay. Yeah, no, we're just whatever your
I
perception
rolled the
was.
wrong thing,
yeah.
I think.
What's your perception modifier? And we can just add that onto whatever that is.
No, I'll just roll it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll mention, I don't think anybody's beaten the DC, weirdly enough. No. So, nobody sees this coming until it happens. You feel, as you say the word creepy gnome, you feel like a breath hit down your neck. The reason why I asked, because I was going to say, like, yeah, maybe somebody will see him walking up. But no, y'all didn't even see him walk up. The gnome's just like right behind you, Usagi.
Oh.
I mean, Kirla's got a passive of 23.
Okay, that would have met the DC. That is his passive stealth.
Now it's a question,
Oh.
would she say something?
Oh,
No.
No. So nobody else except you sees this, but you see this like gnome essentially like as he's beginning to say the word creepy, he like teleports
honestly?
in and walks up behind him.
Honestly, she would just kind of nudge Loki, like, hey, look.
It was it. Yes, it was it. But very helpful. But very helpful because I made up with my ex finally, and more importantly, I know what Limius's deal is finally.
Gnome gives you a slap on the back and then disappears.
Did I manage to catch a glimpse of him before he did that?
You felt like him like exhale on your neck, and then you see like you see his left black, beady, soulless eye and half of his smile. Like the left side of his face before the slap on the back and the poof.
Oh! Thank you! Anyway. Anyway, I know what Limius's deal is. There's something involving he's possessed by his sword or something. Or he's possessed by his sword or something, he's trying to find a vessel, but apparently that doesn't mean taking over someone's body. There's something easier to explain later. Probably. But it's important.
That's valid. That is valid. So, I would say, yeah, no, this would be a little rough for Usagi to currently be explaining this, because not only are y'all climbing a mountain, he's also drunk. Like,
oh,
You asked the alcoholic, can I have a drink? He's gonna say yes.
Could somebody carry me, please?
Sure. Just the 4'6" picks up the 4 tall rabbit. As he can.
Wait, how tall is Loki again?
Loki's only 4'6". He's not a big
Jesus
person.
Christ, he's that short?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
He's a kitsune. Like, he looks like a kitsune in his kitsune form.
if he goes in his other form, he's a big guy, but...
Yeah, no, like, his actual form is gigantic. His normal form is tiny.
Yeah,
yeah. I forgot.
Which is, like, the entire purpose of his character.
Yep.
I forgot. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, no, y'all can just climb the rest of the way up the mountain. Like, you teleported in, like, 30 minutes before they reached the peak, essentially. So you skipped a decent amount of the climbing. Lucky for you.
I should mention, like, Loki's actively drinking as well, but, like, he's unfazed. Like, he's just drinking his one bottle. He's like, oh, fucking damn it.
Oh, man. I will mention, obviously, climbing a mountain takes time. Like, this is not an easy feat. This is, like, the majority of the rest of y'all's day is getting to this peak.
I'll be honest, Kirla's looking at the 4'6" carrying the 4'3", and she's just, oh, give him here.
Okay.
Gives Usagi a piggyback ride up the mountain.
Thank you.
Also, something that people would get to see is they see a string, like, wrap around Loki's injuries, and then it would heal. As his wounds would begin to stitch together.
Heck yeah. Oh, man.
Also, that's how that works.
Mhm.
Okay. Talking to himself, figuring out his own shit.
Either way, you guys will get up to the top. And, you will see, like, in the middle of the, like, the top area of this peak is a tree. It is a slime tree. Made of green slime. With blue slime fruits that seem to be growing from it. And to the side of it is a honey ritual. Like the circle.
What? Okay.
This is commonly known as Hamalicious Circle. Or commonly known, as in commonly known for specifically Ublex. Y'all did come up here for it. I don't know what y'all wanted to do up here, but these things are here.
Well, I'm still gonna take one.
Dynamite.
I mean, Kirilla
Okay.
was curious.
I'm not throwing time.
That-
Apparently,
That's
there's a compulsion to eat the slime fruit. I don't know.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I'm gonna eat the
yeah.
slime fruit.
This is the thing. Okay, so you're just straight up immediately going to go eat the slime fruit.
It looks
Um,
absolutely delectable.
Okay,
eating that
so
shit.
you're immediately heading over there. For everybody else, how close, like feet-wise, do you get to this tree?
I'm not getting anywhere near that thing.
Kirilla's staying a good distance away because, on the off chance she does get close enough, she might be able to prevent herself. But she doesn't know if Usagi could, or vice
can't.
versa.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So it's that thing of, I've got one of my crewmates on my back. I'm not getting any closer.
That's fair. I will say this, by the way, because the certain rabbit's been needing, help around right now. There is the massive green slime that's come with y'all, so he can just, if you want to get closer to the tree, this is up to you, because I know you're genuinely curious, that's why I'm throwing this out to you. The slime can't pick him up. It is a 2x2 slime. It is a massive freaking slime. But that is up to
No.
you as a person. Okay.
She's fine carrying Usagi.
Okay. That's what
He weighs little enough that he does not impact her carrying capacity at all.
that is fair.
Hell yeah.
And Loki, what about you?
Loki probably wouldn't get too close to it. He's just like, oh yeah, no, it's a fucking tree, that's for sure.
Heck yeah. Alright. Hmm?
He would just go, didn't you, Ublex, is that to your patron? Did you see the
Yo.
notes on the balcony?
I got some honey right here.
I'll be
Okay.
honest, that like ritual circle is like 30 feet beside the tree. It's relatively close.
Oh, I'm gonna be 30 feet beside the tree, but I want that apple, that
no.
slime fruit.
You feel the compulsion to grab this fruit. Mainly because
bless
of the fact
you
that
for
you as a
it.
player and as a character have actively chosen that you already want this anyways.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
standing by this
You-
decision.
You definitely feel like, at a certain point when you started getting close, at a certain point, you felt almost like as if, yeah, wait, no, I was kind of already determined on wanting this, but no, there's an actual, almost, like an animalistic compulsion to want this fruit.
See, I'm feeling it in game and in real life. My mouth is like watering.
Yeah. So, what you can do, I guess the question is, how many of these fruits are you eating? Are you just eating one?
At least one.
Okay.
Just get a little taste, see if I
Yeah,
like it
yeah.
or not.
Yeah, so like when you bite
Moist.
into this apple, it is like biting into a like gummy. Like
Oh.
it is because it is made of slime. It's not
Hell
gonna be
yeah.
crisp. But like it's like biting into a Gushers. That's a better way of putting it. It's like biting into a Gushers.
Oh,
Yeah. So you bite into this, and what would Ublex's favorite flavor be? Just like
Oh my
speaking.
god. I actually have no idea.
Like,
I never
if-
thought about this.
Okay. So I guess because my thought was like, here's the thing. This is
Mango.
essentially what?
Mango.
Mango. Okay.
What?
Yeah, because this is what I was gonna say is
Does
that
she
it
mang-
essentially
does it pronounce
imitates.
mango.
Yeah, mango or mango counts on your accent.
Mango.
So the thing
Mango,
about this
mango.
fruit that you realize, despite looking like an apple, for some reason it tastes like a mango,
Yes.
which is
Right.
odd, but it's there. And upon eating it, you can roll me a 1d8.
Oh Christ! You gonna turn like a different color or something?
I want it to be a different color.
Dude, can you imagine?
I rolled 3.
Okay, with a
Wait.
3, you gain 3 temp health. And, on top of that,
And
you can roll me a 1d6. You got a 5. Okay, on the 5 chart. Alright, cool. So, because you're a slime, there's a few things that could happen when you eat a slime fruit. You start to glow. So for the rest of the week, you will be putting out a 5-foot dim blue light at all
my
times.
God.
You are like you're like a little light stick. You're like the little glow sticks. You're like that, except you're you're.
I have a request.
Yeah.
Can I look like a lava lamp?
Sure. You know what? For flavor, you look like a lava lamp. Like you're like shifting in hues of blue and red and like green. You're doing like the RGB like lava lamp like changes in color, like just slow, gradual changes.
So awesome.
Oh god,
Sex is gonna be interesting.
dude.
I
Weirdly enough, Ublex in their current form is kind of built like a lava lamp, which is such a weird backhanded like. Like, if I remember correctly, isn't lava lamp like they are a literal lava lamp? No, they actually.
It's in BC chat. I'll put it in.
Oh Christ, God!
They kind of got. They kind of got that. They kind of got that.
Oh,
God,
sure.
That's funny. That's funny.
So you didn't change a different color?
Yeah, 100%. You can do that. You can have that little lava lamp get fit like you, essentially, to a degree.
Oh, sweet
Shirley
God.
looks at this
Yeah.
and just, are you glowing?
Yeah, my new skincare routine seems to be working.
Why are you glowing in the dark? That
It must be the new moisturizer I'm using.
can you turn that off? Because
Nope.
if not, you might.
I can't.
Oh, lovely. Well,
Oh,
at least
yeah,
you can
Are you
I-
see I'm literally glowing?
I ate a bunch
Well-
of those at one point. I was glowing for like a month or two.
Oh,
Well, at least
Yeah.
you can change. Well, at least you can light some caves, I guess.
you can see in the dark.
If you ever want to be a different slime color, you can just keep eating those. I used to be, I think I was yellow.
Pissed.
Yellow?
Yeah.
I look over.
Yeah.
Oh, go
No,
ahead.
I was gonna say.
Oh,
I used to
okay.
be like a yellow bird, so I guess it kind of like mimicked, like the main color I had going on in my body.
Oh, bird.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ublex will look over at the green slime and wiggle, asking, "Would you like to try the fruit?"
It'll wiggle back, saying sure.
I want to see how it looks on you.
All right.
I'm still grieving the dead friend.
All right. This thing is
Oh.
also grieving. I'm gonna be honest, so I'm just gonna roll
so
and see if
fucking
it grabs
sad.
one or more than one from this.
Grab the tree.
Taking 5 because he's
Alright.
not
Eat the
depressed.
tree.
Dude.
Oh my
the
God.
that would be crazy. Like you'd have another
boy.
giant slime on your hands, man.
oh
Eat
God.
it. Eat the tree.
Do
Don't-
it, do it,
Do you say that out loud?
do it. No.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Okay, he definitely thinks it, but
Okay.
he doesn't say it.
Dang. If this
Does
was
his
on,
expression say anything?
I mean,
Does
with
his
a-
expression say anything?
He's just I wouldn't mention this. He is like a little bit away from the group, just watching all this, and he's just smoking a cigarette because he's like, I'm just here. I'm just
Fair.
He's just standing there smoking. He's just like, no. Like, if you look really closely, you might be able to like. He's like that look of like, just like flicking his eyes between the giant slime and the tree, and just in his head, he's like, eat the tree. I want to see what happens. I'm not saying it, but it's there.
So I'll be honest. If this was a mnemonican, that would have been so much more funny because mnemonican slimes can read. However, this is just a normal slime. Mnemonican
God.
slimes can like access your memory and your thoughts. This one cannot. But yeah, no, this thing will like make its way over to the tree, and you see it reach out 2 blob bits of itself, like limbs, and grab 2 different fruits and suck
yeah.
them in. It rolled a 2.
Oh my god!
So let me see what it's gonna get here for temp health. Alright, it got 12 temp health. And then
Hell yeah.
it gets to roll that D6. Where's my D6 at? Where is it at? There it is.
Hello, D6.
That's that one. That's that one. First of all, you see it start glowing like you. Like a lava lamp. putting out a 5-foot dim light for the weak.
Yeah, that's my go.
Yeah. And the other one, you can see it's like its body kind of just quiver.
Oh.
Alright.
As I'll be honest, it's one of the things where like its body kind of like it's not even like speaking in jiggle, like it just like it's like it shudders. Is the best way to put this.
Oh.
And you can hear it say in jiggle to Ublex, and Ublex alone, because you're the only one here that speaks jiggle. Oh, that's weird. I don't feel too good.
Oh, no, don't say that. No, oh my god, what do you mean you don't feel good?
Oh boy, this should be interesting.
It doesn't feel good. Like,
I'm so scared of him dying too.
I'll roll a d20, because now it's a will save. And by the way, roll me a will save, Ublex.
Because
you're
I
taking
don't
a
feel
bite
so
of...
good. Oh, wait, a will save? Is that like...
Yeah,
how do I do that?
So a will save is a charisma plus your wisdom modifier. It's gonna be those
Charisma
two onto
wisdom.
charisma plus wisdom onto like a d20. So you just roll a d20 and then add those two modifiers. The slime will be doing the same.
Oh, that's a +9 altogether.
A +9.
I thought it was a con. Okay.
Was it a con? Because
Con
this is the
wisdom.
thing that I've taken off of Fori. It might be con.
If it's con, I'll reroll again.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. So you
I think
said
that's how we rolled it before.
for now we'll just let you use what you already rolled. That's on
Okay.
me. But yeah, well, we need to write that down onto the rules actually, just so we can remember that.
I never heard about this before. That's so cool.
Yeah, well, I got to play Fori due to Reed's campaign, and they have the will save, which I think actually makes sense to have something like a mechanic like that for certain instances.
Yep.
So I don't use it very much, but it is there. So
Google!
So what did you get? It was a 21? Also, Google is very useful. But yeah, you got 21. Okay, yeah, no, so you will succeed the save. You can choose to bite another apple if you want, but it's almost like a compulsion, like after, like, taking a chomp out of that first one. Like it almost feels like you are, like, being pulled to grab another.
Whoa. Another.
Will save was wisdom plus charisma.
Wisdom plus charisma. Okay, so I am thinking
Okay.
right, it's wisdom and charisma. Okay, cool.
There was also a fortitude save, which was strength plus con.
That might be what you're thinking. You might be thinking of fortitude, accurate, because we did talk about setting up a fortitude mechanic at one point for 5e, and then we didn't end up doing it, if you remember.
I think for a while we were running will off of con and wisdom. I do distinctly remember that, but fair enough.
There was also a reflex save for int plus dex.
Yeah. There is that. Either way, getting back on the topic though. Thank you for the information.
You're welcome.
So are you grabbing that? Are you grabbing another one? Despite being
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Roll me another d8 and another d6, and I'll
I'm
also tell you.
addicted.
Oh, grand. Alright. And then, I know the slime's grabbing another. Oh, goodness, that's a lot of. Okay. You grab. Okay, so you got a. What was it? Oh, there's your d6. A 4 and then a 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Interesting. Okay. Now, three was. Is the one you haven't gotten yet. You've gotten 5, now you get 3. Cool. So. You got the same one that this thing got. So it feels like like when you take a bite out of the apple, you gain your 4 temp health, obviously. It feels like as if, hello, Rena. You feel like as if your body is not quite, like, disgusted by it or anything like that, but more of, like, your body's like, like, it feels like having a really, you know, like, when your stomach just feels weird. Not quite a stomach ache, but, like you just feel off.
Yeah.
Like, you're not sick, but you feel like you're sick, that type of thing. You get that type of feeling wash over you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And you also see the slime begin to put out a 10-foot radius of light now.
Oh.
And it's
Man,
now,
There's still light bulb.
yeah. It's dim light, but it's still there. And it's now shifting between greens and purples.
I haven't. Oh god, it's.
Mhm.
No, I can't say that. I'm getting demonetized. Never mind.
What were you
can
about
always,
to say?
You can always type it. You can always type it. There's a shot. I mean, granted, we don't make money from this anyways. But like,
What do you mean? I signed a contract. I'm making like 50 million off this.
well, I missed out on this. Yeah, no, YouTube doesn't pay us. We're not big enough for that. Let me see.
I'm not. I'm
We're
so
not
sorry.
Mr. Beast yet?
You're good.
I'm so sorry, but I had to post this because I couldn't get it out of my head.
Ah, I get it.
Better be Goku.
Bad,
Not
Bunny,
bad.
Bad.
Is this the bad thing compared to everything else I've done?
Ublex in the corner. Ublex doesn't have those. Ublex doesn't have those. Okay.
You
Ublex
literally
Sit in
made
the
it
corner,
for me.
Raid.
Ublex doesn't
Okay.
have those. That'd be so awesome, though.
I love that the
That'd
video
be
made no
awesome.
context.
I can't. Okay.
Dude.
I'll just go sit in the corner
We
now.
can say it in a non-demonetizing way, Like-
yeah. I'll
Wow.
like drool.
Jinx.
Drool.
Duh.
Yeah, does your drool.
Fine.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
If theoretically, if you weren't a slime, your drool would glow, I guess. There's your answer
my
to
God.
that.
Yo, Ublex. Yo,
That is
Ublex in third person. Yo,
God, that is.
Usagi, do you want to try this shit?
No.
Yeah, I want to
bummer.
mention. Roll me another will save.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
boy.
You bit the apple again, so another will save, bud. Oh God, yeah.
I don't want another one. I'm addicted.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, listen. Loki has his addictions. Let her have hers.
That's why Loki isn't saying shit. He's just watching this shit.
He's just watching these two slimes just pluck at this tree. I want to mention, every time they take a fruit off this thing, it doesn't take long for a new one to just grow back.
Well, it's fueling my addiction.
Yep.
Oh,
So what's that
man.
will save? Or do you just plan to grab another one?
Shinjio's just gonna see me fucking glow, man.
Dude. Oh, you roll the 27. Yeah, no, you're fine. Do you
Yeah,
want another
I'm
one?
good.
Or are you just, or do you actually?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my
Yeah, you
God.
grab another fruit. Yeah, sure. Grab me another fruit. The slime needs rolling too. Alright, the slime
Oh
freaking
my
failed in
God.
that too.
I got a 6.
Oh my God, you got a 6. You got a 6. So you realize for the next week, you gain like an extra like foot of just slime mass.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that like. I want to mention the effects are different
Wait, is
for
it
normal
water?
people than what it is for slime people. It's not water. You can't get rid of it. You can't
It's
go like go
awesome.
over to the compression machine made by the dead man to get it ejected. This is just pure slime mass.
I'm 4 foot.
Yeah, you're 4 foot for now. Though,
This is awesome.
though technically, I'm gonna be honest with your new shape when you're not in the blob form. Didn't you say that when you're
Oh,
like in the
yeah.
human form, you're normally at 4 feet?
Yeah, now
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, so you're
taller.
5 feet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're taller than me.
Unless you wanted to put all the slime into like your
Oh,
shoulders and
genial.
look like a weird football player. Yeah, you could just
What?
put into your height, like.
Putting it into my tits.
What?
I-
I was gonna say.
I mean,
that
That
is
was a
a
weird one.
that is a foot increase. You know what?
it's-
At least you
A foot
wouldn't-
increase in what?
At least you wouldn't have back pain because you have bones.
Exactly.
Yeah. like-
Reed, if you keep acting like this, I'm gonna get dick.
Oh.
I'm gonna make myself a dick.
Alright, get pants before you start doing that, Chief.
Okay, I'll get pantalones, bro.
Alright. So either way.
Behave.
I'm gonna be real. This is how we're gonna keep this because you're just gonna keep being the will save by the look of it. So we're just gonna do it this way, right?
Oh
Just
yeah.
tell me how many more apples do you want to grab before you go do your ritual. Cause
Two more.
Okay, 2 more. Okay.
Two more, and I'll call it.
Okay, gotcha. And I mean, after ritual, you can
Can I
always
do just like 2, and it gives me 2 separate ones? Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, this is.
Yeah. Why did I get an exact 8? Oh fuck, that wasn't right. Roll 2.
I'm sorry, y'all. By the way, I didn't expect Ethan to be like, "I'm gonna keep grabbing. I'm gonna keep grabbing." Okay, you gained another. So you gained another like mass, another foot of slime because you got another 6.
I got some natural charisma now.
Yeah.
Oh, she got a 4 and a 2.
A 4 and a 2. Oh, sorry. No, my bad. I'm sorry. I misread. I just saw the 6. My brain went.
Oh, no,
okay,
no, no,
that's a 6.
The D8 is 8 and 7, and then the D6 is 2 and 4.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you are stocked on temp health. Like, you are absolutely stocked on temp health from these D8s. By the way, that temp health lasts for like a week. Before it'll go away. So. With the 2, what does that 2 do again? I gotta double check here.
I'm so scared.
I actually didn't expect this. Okay, gotcha.
It's a giftling.
Yeah.
I want you to know that I've been doing my own roll on the side every single time they've rolled to see if Loki says the thing. He has not said it yet. I'm shocked. He fucking.
I'm just gonna say. I'm scared.
Dude.
Player the player.
Yeah, she played.
Oh no, just telling the giant slime to eat the tree.
Oh no.
Like his intrusive thoughts are really starting to get to him here. Like he's fucking.
If the tree's gonna grow. Whole tree regrow.
Dude, can you imagine?
Oh god.
So with those, so with these last 2 here, right?
Fuck.
There are some repeat ones that can happen on some of the rolls here. So from the 4, you begin to glow even more. So you're now glowing the 10-foot like the other one, like the big slime.
My skincare.
Dude, your skincare's glowing. Okay.
It's working.
Yeah, it's working. And with that 2, it feels like as if, let's put it like this. You feel like as if no matter what happens, no matter where you are in the world, you will forever, this is permanent.
Oh.
You will forever have a slight craving for slime fruit.
I'm addicted!
And you can actually write this down in your notes if you want. You gained addiction to slime fruits.
Oh my god.
So, while Loki is managing to keep this intrusive thought to himself, I rolled to see if Kirla would think of it.
No way.
And
this
she's
would be
just
good.
watching this, and she's just, at this point, you might as well eat the entire tree.
No.
Did she say that?
Yes.
Oh god.
She says that.
You see the slime look over. Look back at the tree.
I want to
Buddy,
get more.
will save. It's failed every will save so far. Okay, so you see the slime begin to encroach on this tree. It
What the
probably
fuck
used to
are
be an
you
oak
people
tree. It was a pretty good sized tree. Doesn't matter. Alright, so it's going to be consuming this like 15-foot tall tree.
You're welcome.
This tree definitely took up like a 4x4 because like, it's a tree. Like width span from like, the branches and everything comes into play too. God, that's a lot of freaking slime mass. This thing's
Eat the
absorbing.
tree.
Alright, so let me just grab its token here so you understand. As it goes from being a 2x2 to a 3x3 to a 4x4. Basically a 5x5.
Oh my god.
Because it is consumed the tree.
Okay.
God damn.
Hey, now we can divide in 2 and create another slime.
And now I get to roll 20d6.
I apologize for nothing.
This did not expect this.
Dude, I never know what to fully expect from y'all. I just guess and hope I plan accordingly. Alright.
Wow.
Alright. While I roll these 20d6s, I'll ask you guys, what are you doing with that circle there?
putting honey on that shit. I pull my honey out.
All right.
Pull that shit out of me.
Okay, got it. All right, so this thing's glowing. Yeah, while you begin to pull this like honey out, and this thing starts finishing up devouring this tree.
Oh no!
It begins to glow. From the 10 feet to putting out a bright light of 20 feet around it, and a dim light of 60 feet around it.
Bringing him in a cave with us.
It is shifting between blue, purple, green, pink, yellow, orange. I almost said white. We're not gonna have white for reasons. What else?
We need
blinding.
it.
Yeah.
We need it.
I don't know if you need that. But also, on top of that, this thing is like, that's a 5x5, so that's like what? God, how much feet is that?
That's 25 by 25 by 25.
Yeah. So, God, you're looking at a 50-foot wide. I'm gonna be honest, this thing's as big wide as it is tall. So
luckily, it's only 25 feet across.
yeah. So you have a 25-foot tall slime that is glowing like this for the next month and a half.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh. I jiggle at the slime and ask what happens if you divide.
You see it jiggle back and go, want you try?
Let's find out.
Let me
bad
see.
influence.
Okay.
You think?
There's two ways this can go.
You and Loki are bad influences.
I didn't say shit! Don't fucking yell at me!
You were thinking.
Alright.
I'm doing anything.
It's gonna begin starting
No! Issa's talking about me.
I know. I'm just. Oh God.
Dude, we just assumed at this point that there is shots being shot at this man.
No, it's because it usually is. Anyway.
I apologize for nothing.
Okay, so I'm just gonna let you know right now, this is gonna take a bit for it to begin to divide. And for reasons, I have to get something. So in the meantime, while I'm grabbing the results of this, you begin to fill in that, the ritualistic circle with slime, correct? While it's doing this?
Honey.
Heck yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, as you begin doing this, oh boy, you see the lights begin to glow. Anyone within 30 feet of this circle will be getting pulled.
Oh, you guys better back up.
Do you want to see Hamalicia?
No, the baddie's only for me to see.
I'm gonna be real, Loki wouldn't know to back up, so if he's within that radius, then he's getting pulled.
That baddie is mine.
Alright.
Like, it's just, man's just smoking, minding his own business, didn't realize anything's happening, then just gets yoinked.
Chill guy.
Alright.
I mean, Kirla would be curious. And besides that, she's got Usagi, who needs to see.
Yeah, that too.
That is
so
true.
she just kind of walks forward, just curious.
Alright. Luckily, you no longer have to worry about the will save from the tree, because it had a 30-foot radius before it started making you roll will saves for the compulsion. Actual thing. So,
I figured.
Yeah. That's why I was like, how many feet? And y'all were like, distance, a good distance. I'm like, yeah, but like, what's the feet? How far?
I would probably say like 45 feet.
Yeah, that's fair. That's what I was kind of assuming. I figured y'all were just out listening to y'all were like, I keep my distance. But yeah. No, y'all will all get dragged in then. Happy, do you stay, are you too close?
I don't.
Alright, actually, I gotta ask a weird question. Happy, were you on the tree grabbing fruit when it was dissolved?
Addict.
Oh no.
You don't know where Happy is.
Oh no.
Happy's dead as fuck. Alright, moving on.
Oh shit. Happy conjoined with our slime.
Dude.
They're now two being just like Eddie and Venom at this point.
Dude, can you imagine? Okay, so yeah, as I actually don't know if anybody else has seen Hamalicia's design. Have y'all?
No one.
Yeah,
No.
I
I want to see this baddie.
as you
She's
guys,
mine.
What? Oh boy.
as you guys begin to what you got?
No, just post it.
I just realized
boy.
I'm 6 foot.
Okay, yeah. So as you guys begin to teleport in, it is a flash of bright light, and then when you can once again see, you would see that you are looking inside of a cabin. In front of you
Wait, what?
is a lady. Not the type
Not
of
the
cabin
same-
you were in. Not that.
Okay. Just checking.
You would already know from the little bit of information that Lavana told you that Hamalicia is from a different world, so she would not
Oh,
be.
right.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Um,
Oh shit. This might be real.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Hamalicia, this is Hamalicia, I'll write out her name in case you guys ever forget, or in case you ever want to know how to spell her name. This is Hamalicia. Actually, I should give you the full name, shouldn't I? Because she would introduce her with the full name, so I'll let you do that.
I'm 6 foot, by the way.
Yeah, is that how relevant for any specific reason?
I'm 6 foot, by the way, guys.
Yeah, that's very impressive, very impressive.
In game and in real life.
Shit.
Alright, so this is how Militia Felon. I've described her before on the podcast, so I'm not going to re-describe her, but you guys now have an image to her likeness.
Okay.
As you can see, this elven witch that is sitting in a chair, essentially.
Oh, damn.
She's
Okay.
actively just reading through a book when you guys teleport in. It's a relatively cozy area. You can see every bit of the walls are covered in tall bookshelves. Not a single slot open for a new book.
Wow.
There is an obscene amount of books. There are books on a coffee table. There are it's that sort of deal. There are books everywhere. As Issa would know, or as Ublex would know, she is a witch of knowledge. That is what she cares about.
Okay.
Their whole pact was simply so she could get information on a world she's not a part of. Because her world only resides 3 races, which is human, elves, and dwarves. There are no other races in her world. So
There's no furries.
no furries. I'm sorry.
Soggy would hate that world.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I think he would. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, she gathers every bit of information she can from the world, and her few patrons that she has, she doesn't have a lot, because she's not mortal. She's not like a god. She's just a mortal witch at the end of the day. She only has a few patrons, and Ublex is one of them. She doesn't have extra power to spare to other people, essentially. But yeah. She would look towards you, towards the group. Just kind of scan the group, honestly. Look to Ublex and go, well, you've brought company.
Yeah, these are my friends. I'm sure you've seen them before. I know I look different. I'm 6 foot, by the way. But
Of course, I've seen them. I've been watching the changes within your crew and everything going on. You know, from time to time, when I have the time, of course.
I'm surprised they even come.
Of
They
course.
were able to come.
Yes, of
Where
course.
the fuck am I?
I tend my ritual to get people here can grab people if they're in a certain radius. I honestly thought you still remembered that, but I guess you lost that in your memories along with everything else.
What was a certain radius that we needed to stay out of?
What?
Yes, anybody within 30 feet of it when it's activated would be pulled in.
Okay.
Oh.
He
Hey,
really
Usagi, didn't you need to come see her anyway?
Yes, I did actually. Yes, I did actually. Thank you.
She sets Usagi down.
He's just here.
I'm
He's
still-
chilling off behind everyone else. He's like, my soul's to a different god. I really shouldn't be here.
but
loyal.
Well, technically it belongs to. Well, technically I put it in your hands in another. Anyway, have you? Lavana must have contacted you at some point. Something about a gender swapping thing.
She was trying to get a hold of me, though I've had my hands a bit. Hold up. Hold on just a second. And you'd hear her, like, kind of like get up. Well, not hear her. You'd see her get up, peek out the window, and you'd see her raise her hand and cast something, and you hear a big boom. And you hear then just like go back from the window, close the curtains, and just go, sorry, problems. I've been dealing with a lot of those. You could say that some people in my world don't take kind to witches. So, intruders come from time to time. And I've been a little busy on it. They tried setting up a witch trial on me. Didn't work out.
Okay.
Either way, I hadn't had time to look at Lavana's messages or anything of the sort. What was it about?
It was about collaborating with her and at least one other witch on a solution to give me my old gender back, please.
I'm guessing you weren't looking good, by the way. Understood.
Yes, thank you.
No, right? I
Yeah.
keep telling him that.
Yeah, well, at
You're
the
not
very
helping.
least, if it makes you feel any better, until we can do something about that, at least you can know that you have no reason to be insecure. You're looking great. So,
I figured that. That's not the point. Anyway,
so I could attempt to fix that to some degree. But you see, my
I believe Lavana was talking about something so I could swap back and forth because it could be this could be gestures to body. This could be useful for getting into places.
I see what you're saying.
And at least one of my lady friends prefers this. So
Okay, so
There.
I'll look into what Lavana was directly contacting me for, which she was
lifts
talking
his
about. I'll get to you in a second.
Loki just lifts his hand in the back, just like he's not gonna say shit because he's just here. But
Yeah,
he's just like,
yeah.
I have information I can say.
Meanwhile, Kirla's sitting there going into or onto.
So essentially,
what?
I specialize in polymorph magic. That's my main gimmick. So
Okay.
I could easily polymorph you into an animal or into a monster. However, that would be permanent.
Yeah.
That being said, I can see why she was wondering which, if you're wanting to be able to swap between the two, from my understanding.
That's correct. Yes.
So I'll look into who that is, and I'll see when I can make this happen. I don't mind
Yeah,
doing
that's
it since you're a friend of Vublex. By the way,
thank you.
what did you want to speak about, Demigorgon?
The other witch is Vilva.
Vilva, right. Oh,
Right,
goodness.
thank you.
Right. Oh, let's see. Hold on, just a second. You would see her reach for a book. Oh, and when I say reach, it's more of she puts her hand out in a palm, and a book from a random bookshelf floats towards her in places and opens in her hand. As the pages would begin to flip, and she would just go, right, let's see. Right now, she jumped from the world of... I shouldn't tell you that. I should not tell you that name. No, I shouldn't. Right, if I tell you that name, I might cause timeline ripples in your world. So I'm not gonna say that. She just jumped from another world just a bit ago. This, in case you're confused, this book essentially gives me live information on what's happening with her. In a way, it's kind of like watching someone through a live stream, if you know what that is. Actually, wait, how far is your technology in your world?
Not
is
that
that?
far.
What is a live stream?
Right.
We don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
You don't know what that is. Think of it
You
like...
can watch people?
Think of it like
It's
this.
creepy.
It's like...
Spell or
Like an orb?
It's a long story.
Shrine?
Society has started using artificial technology to watch people whenever they want.
That's creepy.
It's
So,
like
That's
scrying?
unsettling.
kind of like
You know-
scrying. It's typically used for entertainment, but some people have used it to quite literally stalk people. So
Shouldn't this be just for witches? What are those artificers doing?
I tried to
I feel
tell
as though
them.
that should go against some sort of law.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that my kind has been hunted in my world, partially because of, well, the artificers wanting money, and they want to protect their money, so they made up the witch trials, calling all witches in my world bad, saying that they would doom the world. They created an entire conspiracy called the Doomsday Event, which is surrounded around the idea of the witches creating catastrophic events that would lead to the Earth's demise. It's a whole thing. That's for another day. So,
That does not sound like a fun place to live.
oh, trust me, it's not. I do plan to eventually move away from here. However, I have all of this knowledge that I don't want to lose. I do plan to move eventually to a place, but I'm gathering every last little bit of information I can about this world before it goes boom, because I already know what's gonna happen. So, let's see. Right.
I know she's dealing with some terrible world.
Okay, yes, the world she's in is actively on the crisis of being destroyed, by, I think that's an elder god. I don't know what their world would call it. There's different titles, but my world would call it an elder god. Okay. Elder god, okay. Where is she right now?
Grief.
She's in a town. She's on standby in case a barrier breaks, because that barrier breaks, the entire island's dead. Okay! This might need to hold for a bit. When she can, when I find an actual opportunity to genuinely be able to pull her away, safely, for that world, I will contact her, and hopefully she picks up the phone. Or, you don't know what that is either. In the world,
Kirla looks so confused.
the artificers, and she pulled out just like a freaking iPhone.
Wow!
just
You
go-
watch people on that.
She would just go, right, so this little device, you can contact people from anywhere in the world. Normally it only works within, your world. As long as other people have it, and they have one too, basically you can contact anyone else that also has one of these in your world. However, she's in a different universe, essentially, which means that normally this wouldn't work, but I've tweaked hers and mine so we can still contact each other. It's just whether or not she actually picks up the phone, which she's good at leaving people on red.
Kirla is squinting at this with this expression of, what the fuck? I'm a sorcerer and this is fucked up.
Yes, right. Just for a bit of explanation on why this is genuinely, so hard to get a hold of her, so you understand, Usagi. Because I know this does matter to you a lot, by the looks of it. I can tell from your facial expression.
Yes?
Vilva is one of... How do we put this? There's witches that, they have specialities and expertise in certain areas. Then there's the ones that go directly after emotions. There are specifically witches that have created entire witchcraft around emotions, and they are kind of the masters of it. Like, I'm a witch of knowledge, I'm obscenely strong, but I'm not a master. I'm not the creator of my witchcraft. There's a lot more before me. There is a genuine witch of knowledge, I'm just not the witch of knowledge, if that makes sense. I am one of a witch of knowledge. She is the witch of lust. Like, she is the person who decided to even dabble in that very witchcraft.
Okay.
The elder gods, not just from her world, but from her universe, which is essentially our, like, to compare their elder gods is like our, or sorry, I have different gods, is kind of like your, what's their name? The creator? No, not Yanessa. It's the one that's been keeping her name sealed. I still want information on her name, but nobody knows it apparently. The originator. That's what they've been calling her. Your people. The originator. They're similar strengths, though. Like they're in charge of an entire universe, not just of a world. So when that universe came into being, she was in one of the very first worlds in that universe. So she's been around for a long time, so she was able to be one of the few to create witchcraft around that emotion. Which is not something you normally say about an ordinary person. She's quote-unquote mortal. Yusagi, do me a favor.
Yep.
You will need to interact with her.
Yes.
When this time comes, do not make her mad. This will be a grave mistake.
I would imagine that would be a terrible mistake, considering the fate of getting something resembling my old equipment back is in her hands.
Yes, well, not just that. Let's say, because I'm not buddy with her, I'm just, an acquaintance, one of many, I'm part of the witch, society. If, by chance, you make her mad, there's no guarantee you're going to be able to come back from this. Because she might bury your body, keep you in a cryostasis, hide you somewhere within a universe. And, should she ever die, she'll transfer her soul to your body, destroy your soul, take over your body, you will be gone from existence as a whole, and she will then reform your body to look exactly like how she currently looks.
Oh.
And I will be put on that list too. Because I recommended you. I recommended help for you. So it won't just be you, it'll be me too.
She sounds intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
Just Loki in the background.
Dealing with her is worse than dealing with an eldritch god.
Oh my.
She could kill any of the gods in either of our worlds in a heartbeat if she wanted. So I'd rather avoid that.
I would
thought my
hope...
goddess was temperamental.
Oh, she's relatively friendly, but if you manage to say the right things, things will go south.
Sounds like
the wrong
Kikas.
things.
Yeah, think of it like
Right
this.
things or wrong
There-
things,
there-
whichever way you want to look at it.
Right things or wrong things, think of it like this. She has a patience, like a patience bar. Heck, if people attack her in the mortal plane, she doesn't really die, or she kind of has a patience limit. Before she eventually, rather than dying, she just snaps.
She
And-
tolerates you rather
Yes.
than tries to kill you.
Yes, you see, normal wizards, and you're a sorcerer, I can tell. You would know that the strongest version of magic is a 9th level spell.
But of course.
She's found out ways to surpass that. She's found out ways to somehow create things like 10th and 11th spells.
What?
Those shouldn't...
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that like god level stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
That's physically impossible for anybody on the mortal plane.
Except her.
Physically impossible. Just Loki with quotations.
I
Motions to what is being described.
If you put her side by side with an eldritch god, or actually an eldritch god, she'd probably win. If you put her side by side with an elder god, it might be a 50-50 battle. Those are gods that create universes. I don't know where she stands with those gods, but I've seen her kill very strong eldritch gods, and I think she's killed a Thaumian or two from that universe's world. As well as this world, too. Thaumian, there's, just so you understand the god hierarchy, I don't know if you probably wouldn't know this, none of you are religious. There's...
What is a Thaumian?
So, to put it like this, there's demigods, there's eldritch gods, there's Thaumians, and then there's the elder gods.
Ah. Horrifying.
There can only be one Thaumian god of each type. So there can only be one Thaumian god in a universe of a said emotion, or of a said theme. So if an Eldritch God has the same theme as a Thaumian, they can never get... They will hit a barrier at some point. They'll never be able to get any stronger than that Thaumian.
Both Usagi and Ublex have had interactions with a Thaumian.
Who again?
Who? Oh,
Thaumian
right.
of balance.
What?
That's just. I think that's Anya more as a person.
Oh,
Yeah, that's me as a
yes,
person.
Yes. Whenever you swap in between realities, aka in the universes, when you guys have to miss a session, you guys have been appeared in the other worlds.
Okay.
That's normally partially. You normally get intersected just slightly by that. There's normally that. Yeah. That's a bit of lore that is mainly built more into Acrid's universe than mine. So I can't exactly explain it because that's not really my information, my lore. That I haven't interacted with that god much, so I actually don't know. But I know that they kind of work with reality when people go through stuff like that, from my understanding. But yeah.
Thaumian of balance just wants to make sure that shit doesn't get out of whack.
So don't fuck up when you're talking to Vilva. Got it.
Yes. Correct. But yes, I'll try to contact her. I'll see what I can do. Besides that, of course, you're welcome. Is there anything else any of you needed? Or are you just coming around for a sip of tea, Ublex? And you just accidentally brought everybody?
I think it was also mainly
Yeah.
just points at Usagi.
Okay.
What? Yeah. No, it's very helpful.
Of course.
Yeah. It was mostly for Usagi.
Look,
Well, nighttime is arriving in your world and you're on the peak of a mountain. If your group wants, you can stay the night at my cabin.
What? Really? Yeah, awesome. Yeah, militia, that would be amazing. I mean, cabin. Yeah. I'm 6 foot, by the way.
As long as it doesn't impede.
Of course not.
I don't want to be an intruder.
No, if you're an intruder, I would have already killed you, don't worry.
Yeah, she would have killed us.
There might be someone else that'd be worth your time.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say this because you seem to like knowledge, and hell, I'll offer some. There's a weird person, Durlup thing. I'm not sure what he is anymore. He does not look right. Nothing about him makes sense. I actively talked to him about getting in contact with Vilva when I got sucked into that world.
Do you have a name?
I believe he told me his name was Ryozuka?
Ryozuka. Contacted Vilva. This tracks it down. Same world. Just starts flipping through books. Just go.
He seems rather important.
Right. Yeah. No, he's the one handling everything that's going on in the world right now. Understood. Yeah. I'll look into him. Oh goodness, what the hell is he doing?
He looked like he can't decide on what god to talk to.
From what I'm seeing, he's actively balancing He's balancing an alliance of gods working together to help his world. I'm seeing 13 gods. No wonder. Uh-huh. It looks like he's made deals with different gods to keep them in check. He's also restored a Thaumian to power. What the hell? Okay, I'm going to be looking at this a different day. Right, well, thank you for that information. Okay.
Right, I mean, that can help us in the future.
Of course. Obviously, my quarters you won't be sleeping in. But if you go down, and she just point to the right, if you go down that room, or that hallway, it'll spiral. Go into the spiraling hallway. There's endless rooms there, so you can just take up a room.
Right.
And yeah.
Right.
Yay, Loki has given information, and yay, maybe that'll help pay for whatever help they need later. Whoa.
Yeah.
But also, he was like, this fucker's weird. Can you please give me more information later on this guy? I'm fucking confused. I had a 5-minute conversation, and he was confusing as shit.
She would, while the rest of you go, she would look to Ublex and just go, Ublex, do you want any tea?
I would love some tea. Do you have... Are there any updates for me? I guess... I don't think so, right? I mean, I'm just here for Usagi.
As of now, I don't have too much information. However, the island that you're heading to, if you can try to help them, that would be appreciated. Normally I wouldn't ask that, but the island that you're going to be heading to next, is known as Tsunada. I say this because... Okay, I'm gonna level with you here. Hello, hi. Yeah, cat? The thing about it... Rena screaming in the background here. You can see her just kind of... God, dude, I got sidetracked. She would just go... So, there's a few reasons why. First of all, it's the fact that there's 2 pirate crews that a crew member of yours, was connected to. And you might want to deal with them just for that reason alone. But there's also a cult that has taken harbor there. And within the mess of 2 different pirate crews trying to take over an island, there's also a cult taking advantage of the chaos and trying to take over the island as well.
Oh no.
The cult's an actual problem, because they're wanting to... You see, there's this massive crystal, arcanic crystal, that floats in between the 4 chunks of the island. And, long story short, they have an idea that they want to do. If they are able to complete their ritual, which would require them to take over the 4 chunks of the island, and gain control of the obelisks there, well, let's just say they could use the arcane magic in the obelisks, direct them to the crystal, and create a permanent night in your world, which would cause the undead to go rampant. I don't have many followers, so I can't ask many other people to try and help with this. I do have one other follower that is there. He's actively trying to deal with it, but his people are a little bit on the weaker side right now. He's a man named Xavier. You can look for him. Docked near the southwest area of the island, and you should be able to find him. It's the one area, the only chunk of island that hasn't been taken. He's been working with a group called the Wave Weavers. Look for him.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Yeah, I will definitely try to deal with that. That sounds very terrifying. A night, they can really do that? A whole night?
They could
all the time?
Yes. With the crystal's ability, they could permanently change day into just a complete night. The only way to get rid of a permanent night like that would be not just to destroy the crystal, which I know that would be possible, but you need to destroy the 4 obelisks. And, not in the wrong way, but I don't see your crew having the firepower to deal with that right now. Not destroying obelisks, at least. Those things are made of... I honestly haven't been able to figure out what materials it's made out of. It's some type of stone, but... Xavier doesn't even know. The people of the island doesn't know exactly what it's made of. It's similar to the Roman architecture in the way of they don't really know what made its right, never mind, you wouldn't know that. Just know I don't know what it's made of, meaning that I don't know if you could break it. So if you can try and stop the cult from taking over, and also deal with the pirates, that would be of your best interest. If I can recommend, I'd recommend dealing with the pirates before you deal with the cult. The cult will want to make an eternal night, yes, but they wouldn't want to kill the people. The pirates will probably kill any villagers that are in their wake. There's definitely a difference in threat level when it comes to civilian lives. But that's my recommendation on that half.
Damn.
If that's all, and I hope you've enjoyed your tea, I will be heading to sleep. You can go meet up with your friends in the spiraling halls and pick out a room. And I will send a letter telepathically to your crew's mind so they know what's going on.
Oh, thank you, Militia.
Of course. Also, your slime friends, the big old blob, right, have fun with your crewmate. That's gonna be the... You told them to split apart. Right. Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I want to see what happened. I hope he doesn't make like a black hole. That would be crazy, right? No.
I don't think that'll happen. I don't think that'll happen.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'll make sure if my theory is correct on what's going to happen, I'll let you find that out yourself. I will make sure that it's prepped.
We were really happy about the apples, and we were like kind of grieving our dead friends. So like, we went crazy.
No, I get that.
Partied hard.
Yeah, I understand. Sometimes
Oh,
you need
boy.
that. Alright, well, I will see you tomorrow. Actually, when you wake up, you'll be daytime in your world, and you disappear in your world, so. It was nice seeing you, though.
I'll see you again, Militia. I'm 6'2", by the way.
Of course.
Dang.
You're like an inch taller than her. Like.
Oh,
Let's go!
God, yeah, no, yeah. So that's a thing. That's a thing that has happened.
That is the thing.
Yeah. For everybody, just so you know how it feels to go through this spiraling hall, by the way. Like, you're walking down this hall, right? And it feels like it just doesn't end. Like, you're going in circles. But it just keeps going. And going. And going. You can just pick a room.
Energizer Bunny!
Energizer Bunny, indeed. Oh, man. But yeah, you can pick a room whenever you want. You could just keep walking. Give yourself a 10-minute walk if you want. Before you pick a room. It's up to you. They're all the same.
Longest walk.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's the thing, like, it just doesn't end. Like, you can keep walking as long as you want. It never ends. It just keeps going. Oh, man. So, getting into the thick of it, you guys are gonna be teleporting back. Unless there's, like, anything you want to do, I guess, while you're in her random guest rooms, you guys can teleport back. I don't know why you would, but I'm gonna throw it out there just in case.
Nope.
I'd like to get to the next island.
Valid. Okay. Cool. So, you guys will wake up. You'll be looking upwards towards the sky. Do you look anywhere else? Do you get up?
Loki gets up and looks to where the slime was.
Okay. When you look toward the
Kira
slime.
slowly gets up.
Okay.
oh god.
Do the others two get up, or are they just gonna lie there? Just double checking. Just getting a bearing of my understanding here.
I'm getting up.
Alright, you're getting up.
I get up! Dun,
Dun.
dun, dun.
Bubagi. I'm sorry, Usagi. What about you?
What the fuck do you mean, Bubagi?
I'm
Yeah,
so glad you're
sorry,
a woman.
sorry.
I could tolerate Usagi better being a female.
I swear to God.
The freaking adolescent.
Please! Please!
The second I get the ability to switch back and forth, I'm doing it.
You do it and I
Whenever Vilva has a free moment, I'm gonna be real. Vilva's hella busy.
What? I can hope. Anyway,
Yep.
Okay.
God. Yeah,
I'm gonna wake up. I assume I have a hangover. Oh my god, my head. Ugh, what's... Alright, I have to
Don't
wait
ask
for...
Loki for alcohol.
No, I'm not...
This is what you've learned.
Let's see if we can get down... Let's see if we can find something to... Still haven't sold any of my nonsense yet.
No. So, you're saying that. Everybody else is starting to get up. Loki looked to where the slime was at. And, you can actually see, The slime isn't there, per se.
Over it.
Yeah, like, it's not
Friend.
technically there, but it is at the same time, if that makes sense. So what you're looking at, like, 3 new slime people.
3?
Oh,
See,
God.
it would have only been 1. Remember when I said, like, it felt weird?
Oh my god, I was pregnant.
That would have changed. That would have caused it to shift. It would have caused it to shift into either a plasmoid or into a slime folk. However, since someone spurred it on to eat a tree, I had to roll to see whether or not it was just one, like, giant-sized slime person. Or, like, I'm gonna be real. Actually, wait, no, that wouldn't even have been a giant. Like, that might have just been a titan.
That would have been a titan.
That would have been a titan, like, slime folk. Or, if it was just gonna split into, like, 3 slime people. And I rolled for both of them, and it rolled into the other. So, you're dealing with 3 slime people. I've been trying to stall to try and find pictures for the people. Because I've got to actually find images for these things.
I regret nothing.
And slime's actually one of the hardest ones to find, because people just don't... there aren't a lot of slime AI images, crazy enough. I thought there would actually be a lot easier to find, but apparently not. That being
I
said...
regret nothing.
There are 2 that I have. So I will go ahead and send these 2. The first one that you would see, is a green one. Very slender slime folk lady. NPC visuals, I'll be seeing in there. Remember I said that she would, if it was her theory, she would prep for it. She probably meant equipping. So you can see they actually have some weapons. They have a green
I
tunic,
love her.
like robe, essentially, that goes like all the way down to like like her
Oh,
calves.
that's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
they
She's
have-
adorable!
Yeah, and she has this like green slime hair. I will say that like the face on the picture for some reason is like gray. It's green. It
Oh.
is green slime. They're fully slime. And they have like a tribal spear made out of slime, and like just a few random little pouches that they have, kind of like connecting their stuff, and some like shoulder pads.
That's adorable.
Yeah. The second one, I will mention like green eyes. You can definitely make out the eyes on the slime folk. The second one, it almost looks like she's more of a mix between slime folk and plasmoid. As she is more of this like aqua blue, like a bright blue, aqua blue type of vibe. She's been given a staff. She's taken up a little bit more of the similar body type to what Ublex has, to a degree. This could just be because the slimes, like, essentially it did originally see Ublex as its master, so that might have been, like, some influence on it. But this is, like, blue slime, mainly slender, but kind of a pear shape. It has a staff with a little blue, like, arcane focus built onto the top of it. And it's wearing this, like, kind of, like, aqua bluish, greenish, like, sorcerer robe, is the best way to really put it. Or, robe? Dress? I guess kind of dress, I guess. It's basically one of those dresses where, like, the thighs, like, the outer areas show, but, like, it, like, covers the pelvis, essentially, is, like, the main bits. But it's slime, so it doesn't really matter too much. And she does have, like, some metallic boots. The last one, I'll be honest, because I could not, for the life of me, find a picture, and unless, for some reason, you keep, like, all 3 of these people with you, because I know you said you're going to be dropping off people, but you can still bring any of these with you, obviously, if you want. But I'll just find the image of a green one if I need to for the third one, if you want to bring all 3 with you. The other one's literally just like a green slime. Kind of more male-shaped is the best way to put it. We'll leave it at that for now.
So
Wow.
I know we wanted to leave it behind because it was a blob and it had 20 hit points and it was going to fucking die.
Yeah.
But
Assuming these guys actually have health bars now.
Yeah, these would actually get proper classes.
Ew! Take them.
I
We
will
wouldn't have to worry about feeding them. We wouldn't have to worry about them sleeping.
Yep.
They're like the perfect washers.
They
Yeah.
actually are. Yeah.
They would be the perfect people to guard the boat at night. If something happens, they can literally do something.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Please.
My friends, you want to go on more adventures?
Yeah.
Okay,
Incredible.
I'm just gonna say this. Loki's just like, okay, I got. Why are there 6 slime people?
Please make my life easier. Please. Kirla has been dying to make sure the crew has actual defenses. Please.
I agree. Take them. Take them.
I'm hearing 2 yeses here. I'm hearing is yes, honestly.
So
All outstanding.
like Loki has no problem with it. There's one tiny problem that Loki does have right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any more alcohol.
Kirla, did
Oh,
you
yeah,
happen to...
Do you want an apple? Do you want a fruit?
No, like, so his alcoholism is coming into a problem. He doesn't.
I'm giving her advantage because she knows this.
Yeah.
She had an extra, but fucking Usagi asked for a bottle.
Kirla reaches into her bag and hands over her spare bottle.
Yay!
Specifically that she carries for Loki.
Yay!
Oh, man.
It can't be good for me, but I feel great.
Yeah,
Well, none of
he's
you
like,
will get.
I bring him a lot to Oblast. You can talk. So I need a drink.
Yeah, you see the let me see which one talks actually. Let's see which one chooses to talk. Of course. Okay. So you would see the more sorceress looking one. Just kind of look to you and just go, "We're happy to help wherever you need us. Where do you need us?" And you can feel she doesn't talk out loud. It's telepathic.
Oh, it's like how I talk. No, not really. I lied. I'm such a liar.
Why would you lie? Why'd you lie to me?
I'm bad. My bad.
Oh man. But yeah. You would get that like telepathically in your head. Yeah, so you guys can bring the 3 of them. That is absolutely no problem. I guess I need to find an image at some point for the green man slime.
I'm drawing one.
Yanti.
Oh, you're drawing one? Cool. Yeah, you design them.
Excellent.
The Yanti has a look of, for the love of the gods, please bring them with us.
I have no reason to leave him behind, but I just found something, so.
Heck yeah. I'll say this. So, what'd you find? What'd you find? That I saw that. I was trying not to make them too similar. There's a one that looks almost pretty similar to the other one. The spear one that Acrid just sent me. We can use that design, if y'all want to. I'm honestly gonna leave this up to y'all. I know Issa also said that she was actively drawing.
Me.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, peeking over at it, it looks pretty damn good.
I'll just throw it up into Pirate Talk and Issa, how do you feel about this?
Show me. I'll fuck with him.
You'll fuck with him? Are you
I'll fuck with
redesigning
him.
him, or are you just... Okay, gotcha. You said you were gonna fuck with him. I was like, I guess some stuff's changing. Aight, chief. Just so everybody knows, the 3rd slime is a green slime male. He wears like a cloak cape, made completely out of slime, but it's like a darker green. It has a hood, goes over his head. He has these like glowing, bright green, almost radiant eyes, like radiation type of eyes. He also has that same type of green that he has for the tunic, for the cloak. That same color is same thing for his tunic as well that he has. It goes basically down to his knees. It's also made out of slime by the looks of it. Dark brown trousers, dark brown boots, kind of like a reddish brownish, like pair of gloves that he wears, and he has a short sword made out of slime.
Wow.
Adorable.
He seems to have 2 of them, by the
So
looks of it.
epic.
One of them's holstered in the picture. So yeah, he has 2 of those. Yeah. So that is...
Into fucking... There you go.
Yeah. Now you've got a bunch of slimes on your team. You would realize something as you guys are going down the mountain. Ublex, these slimes don't have names.
They
Oh,
need
yeah.
names.
We got Jerry, Barry, Derry.
Okay, who's Jerry? Who's Barry? Who's Derry?
No.
It's up to Ublex. It's up to Ublex. It's up to Ublex.
Damn it.
Flex.
We need actual names for them.
I don't know what to name. I'm not good with names. I was just born
Dude.
10 months ago.
Fantasy names.
You call the blue slime Dairy because it reminds you of dairy, I guess.
No.
Anyway,
Dude.
first 3 words that came into my head.
Oh man. But yeah, you guys can start like basically making your way down the mountain while you guys figure out your names. And
Yep.
essentially you guys will head down and you guys can depart essentially. And start heading out for the
I
next
assume-
island.
I
Just
assume
what
there's
just
no good
happened?
place for me to sell anything here. This place doesn't seem very rich.
yeah, I mean like the entire economy's been destroyed and people are like
Understand?
unless you want to be paid in like slime.
No.
Yeah.
There is the tiefling
No.
with the shop.
There is a tiefling with the shop. There were other stuff. It's just that y'all seemed ready to go. Did you want to go to the tiefling with the shop?
I think I will do that.
We might as well.
Okay.
I say do it.
You would see that Happy this entire time has been tagging a ride. He is still alive. He's been tagging a ride on the back of Ublex.
What?
Oh my god, thank goodness. Hi!
You see him just poke his eye and go, hello. Where
Oh,
go?
there you are.
We go where? Where go? Where go we?
I don't know. Are you coming along?
Oh.
Are you?
Oh.
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 Huh?
Oh.
Am I
Okay,
allowed?
I'm gonna stop doing that as a player, but I know Loki would keep doing that. Like you do that for like a solid minute.
Yeah, no, that's fair, that's fair. Yeah, no, it's literally just that thing of like, they basically just need to let him know that you want to head to the tiefling. He can give you directions, because y'all don't know where that's at. It's just something that he mentioned.
We know about a tiefling that travels from island to island.
Yeah, yeah. That is true. You do know about, Castell.
Yeah.
He's been known, aka the Hell's Cleric, he's been known to go from island to island. You don't know if this is him, but you do know about that. You guys can head there 100%. I'm getting, like, no answers, so I'm just gonna assume that y'all asked him.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
cool. Yeah, I was literally just waiting for an answer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, whoops.
No, you're good. Yeah, you guys can head on over there. So you'll just spend a little bit of time. It's not a lot of time. But essentially, the area that this tiefling is like kind of parked up is just like a little bit more off to the side, like in between like the shore and forest area where it kind of starts like diverting from from like sand to like dirt, that sort of thing. They're just kind of set up near the side. But it looks like they were starting to pack up. Like they started realizing, I'm not getting anywhere with this business venture type of thing. But yeah, you just see like a lady tiefling with this like kind of like darkish red skin, horns that kind of curve inwards. These like golden rings that are like basically encompass around her horns. She has this like golden amulet that she kind of keeps around her like forehead that kind of like drape across both sides of the horns, so that way they can hang like near the middle of the forehead. She has this always like golden eyes, red makeup, for like eyeliner, like near like the eyes, black eyeliner, black lipstick, that sort of thing, and kind of like a red dress, essentially, kind of like a velvet red that she seems to wear. She'd have a bunch of like golden earrings and like necklaces.
Okay.
That's the merchant you're dealing with. She was actively packing up.
Alright. Okay. So she sells necklaces, you said. Alright.
I mean, that's just what she's wearing. It doesn't mean that's what she sells, but...
Alright, well, I'll ask her. Hello. Sorry to bother you when you're packing up.
Someone that isn't a slime. How can I help you?
All right.
Yes.
Sort of.
What do you sell? By any chance?
Yeah, she definitely gets that look of like, sort of. Ah, I see. um, I sell a mixture of things. Since I'm a traveling merchant, I basically just pick up anything and resell it. So I have a mixture of goods. If you want to look at the wares, I can unpack them.
That would be excellent. Thank you.
Of course.
I'm
So
fucking broke.
that is fair.
I've
That
got
is fair.
400 gold on me. I'm sure I can get something.
Yeah,
I have
that is fair.
250. So Loki's at least here. He's curious.
That's true. That's true.
Kirla has 475 on her.
So, I'm actually grabbing some items for you guys real quick. I don't get it. We haven't done this in a hot minute where I've actually had to sit down and grab some stuff real quick for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
figured out names for the slimes.
Yeah?
Yup.
What we got?
VC chat.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta, hold on. I gotta actually click away from the items to actually look at them.
Terexia, Glacia, and Ramiro.
Ramiro.
Heck yeah. Alright, yeah, those can be just, assign them, like, like replying, like, the NPC visuals of which one goes to what character. But yeah, that's
Okay.
100%. I am grabbing the one last thing that I think might be of interest, because she would have a lot of knickknacks. So, like, when she's starting to, like, unload this stuff, you can see some stuff where it's like, alright, this is, like, a really random thing. There's, like, a wooden statue that's shaped like a bear. Like you can see, like, just, like, the common everyday dagger every now and then, like, of her just kind of, like, getting stuff out. You can see a few necklaces, some jewelry, some hats.
Okay.
You can see that she's even selling some like consumable goods. Like when I say consumable goods, I mean like proper food. Like she's actively like selling like essentially fruits that normally wouldn't grow on islands
guys, do you
to
need
other
food?
islands.
Hey, Ublex, do we need food?
Do we?
Hello?
Ublax?
We need slime fruit.
She was winding up for that, man. She was winding up.
Do we need food?
We need
Need
citruses mostly.
Okay. Are there any citruses there?
There would definitely be some citruses, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's two versions, in fact, actually. There's the normal citrus. She has like a few oranges. She has like 5 oranges that she can sell. And then she has like 2 cans that says like canned orange. Like canned oranges. Like
I'm taking it all.
Okay.
Cool. So you get 2 like cans of like sliced oranges and then the 5 oranges. It's like, I'm gonna be real, she doesn't charge you much. It's
How much
like
is that?
it's fruits. She'll just charge you like $2 for like the cans. Or okay, 2 rupees. And then she would just charge you 5 for like the straight up oranges.
Let's go.
Yeah. So essentially 1 for each
Okay.
orange and then like 2 like 2 for like, yeah. You get the idea.
Okay.
As for the rest, I've actually got some actual pictures now of the stuff that I was looking for. So the first thing that you'd see is a thing called the Resh Nettle pellets. They're like upon looking at them, it looks like a bunch of leaves wadded up with like string holding it together in a ball formation. It's kind of what it looks like. I'm gonna put up an NPC visuals. This is the first one. Is a Resh Nettle pellet. Throwing the pellets, she would explain this stuff to you guys. Throwing the pellets can be thrown as an improvised weapon, or you can use it as ammunition for a slingshot. Rest in peace, Benjamin. Upon impact, all creatures within a 10-foot sphere suffer 2 poison damage, and you have to roll Constitution DC 13, or become poisoned for a round. So if you ever want to get someone, because the poisoned status basically gives them disadvantage on everything for, until they get rid of it. So for a round, that enemy is just literally just disadvantaged on everything. So if you really want to make someone, ruin someone's day, it might not do a lot of damage, but it'll mess up their ability to function, unless they beat the DC. It's not a high DC, but, it's there.
Okay.
What if you force them to eat it?
I mean, the DC is gonna skyrocket up. I will say that.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll definitely go up. There is the next thing. called the spectral smelling salts. It's like a little like bottle with like, you know, this like blue, like bright blue fizzly liquid in it with a little ghost tag on it. And it says, these enchanted smelling salts cast the spell Speak with Dead when placed under the nose of a corpse. So if you want to talk to a corpse, you can temporarily force it awake with smelling salts, like a certain changeling did to a poor Navy person. I will let you know when you use this, that ghost is going to be waking up, but it's going to be waking up with adrenaline. The next thing that you have is a scimitar that you would see. It is called the Windswept Scimitar. It is a very rare item. It is sending. So it requires attunement. It's a +1 scimitar. It's 5 charges. You can expend a charge during a move action to fly up 60 feet in a form of a gaseous cloud. You have resistance against non-magical attacks while in this form until your movement ends. So essentially, like, for that turn, you have, like, resistance to, like, you know, physical attacks. Additionally, as an action, you can expend all 5 charges to cast Windwalk on yourself. And they recover after a long rest. So it's...
I already have
It's a little bit on the weaker side,
good
damage-wise. I'm sorry, Discord delay is going crazy. Yeah. Besides that, we have another one. Funny enough, there is the rat's tail whip. It is like a whip, like the end bit, the actual bit that you like hit the person with, is literally designed to look exactly like a rat tail. It has a little rat skull on the handle end bit. You can attune to it. You gain proficiency sleight of hand when attuning to it. You can whip the attack. You can whip the to attack a creature. Forego when it attacks and attempt to pickpocket the creature at range. So you can basically it's not even like a proper weapon. Essentially, like you can whip somebody with it. You can still do the 1d4. But if you really want it, you can just have it as a utility thing to just steal from range. Like
Okay. This. I need this. How much is this?
You would see that this one is currently $250. Because this is like a rogue's dream. Yeah, alright, yeah, you give her 250 rupees, and you get the rat's tail whip. I'm glad you like that. I saw that one, and I was like, this feels like a Usagi thing. So I'm gonna throw it out there.
Yep.
You also see, sitting there, is a potion of wild. It is this, like, potion that is, like, kind of pyramid shaped. It is like a rainbow. The liquid is like a rainbow-like. It takes a bonus action to drink. Essentially, you drink and you just roll on the wild magic surge table. You just get the result that you would get from the table. So if you ever want to randomly have a wild surge, you can. Lastly, there is one other thing that I have. Whether people will like this or not is up to you. This is a funny one. I find this very funny. Because the implications, if you get creative with what you can do with this, could be crazy. This is the bridge building arrow. Crossing that bridge when you come to it has never been so easy. Upon firing this arrow, a mighty rope bridge is conjured from the point directly in front of you to where the arrow lands. The bridge is 5 feet wide and supports up to 2,000 pounds, and has an AC of 14 and 200 hit points. After 10 minutes, the bridge burns behind you. If you were cruel enough, you could shoot someone with this. You are an asshole if you do. But you could. Okay. You could, for 10 minutes, have a bridge dragging behind somebody. But also, it's mainly meant to be utility. But that is something you can really do. Like, that's there. But that is all that she would have to offer that would be of least interest to an adventurer. Everything else is just like clothing, unless you wanted to like randomly change your character's design. Yeah, no, like that's
How
about it.
much of those Rashnetta petals?
The Rashnetto pellets. So essentially, when you use them, you have to like throw a chunk. It's kind of like ball drops in that degree. Like you throw a chunk and it covers like a 5 foot, distance. It covers like a square essentially when it's used. So you would see like she has essentially 2 bundles. So you could buy like essentially like 2 uses worth of the rationale pellets.
Okay. How much are they?
Crossing that
They're like
bridge.
50 rupees each. They're not much.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
buy both of them.
Okay. You can. I haven't made them, so I'll have to make them on D&D Beyond. But you know the drill.
Somebody buy the bridge building arrow yet? Because
I don't think. I think you're the only one here that actually uses arrows.
No, I don't have a bow, so I can't.
okay, I want that arrow.
All right. Yeah, cool. You can do that. The only other person that uses
How much
arrows in
is
your
it?
crew is
Is
the
me.
robot.
Yeah, but
Yeah. The bridge building arrow because it has like pretty versatile utilities, like 100 rupees.
sold.
Alright. Yeah, so you guys can buy her stuff. If there's anything else you want, let me know now. Otherwise, she will pack up and she'll actually start finally setting up the sail off again.
Okay, I have to. Is that stuff in the? I assume it's not in the thing yet. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Alright, so if that's all, then you guys can pack everything up. Unless you have anything else on the island, you guys can start making your way over to the new island, Tsunada.
We go to Sonata.
Heck yeah!
Taking these slimes with me. I'm so. Wait, can I get more fruit, more slime fruit, or is that illegal now?
They ate.
Bro ate it all.
They ate. the
It's all
tree.
gone.
Yeah.
Oh, this
You-
can't be.
You'll have to find another slime tree somewhere in the world.
Where would I find another slime cheese somewhere around the world?
Who knows?
Maybe you should have taken.
I'm
one of
gonna
the
make it on my own.
fruits and planted it.
Dude.
I don't even think it would grow. I think it would only grow on the slime.
Who knows? I can't tell you, that's for sure.
Alright, I have it now.
It might infect the whole other islands, okay? I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, just infect your ship.
Yeah,
throw it on the
awesome
ship.
slime shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dude, this entire crew just ends up being plasmoids. So, that being said, you guys can start making your way to the next island, as you guys will set sail and start making your way to Tsunada. Oh boy, that's grand. So unless y'all have anything you want to do within travels, it's like 3 peaceful days of just travel. Like, I'm gonna be straight up honest. Like, nothing crazy's happening. No marines, no pirates attacking you. There's no giant sea monster. Psych, there is no. There's no giant sea monster attacking the ship. No whirlpools, no tornadoes, no random lightning storms setting your boat on fire. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't really
Cool.
got. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
Oh?
I'm gonna make mead.
Okay.
I have a shit ton of honey, and I'm gonna set that to the side.
The 2 alcoholics are gonna love that.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
be real
honey.
also.
I'm gonna make a lot.
Heck yeah.
Also, Loki on the side is like looking at his stockpile and is suddenly going, "Ah, shit! I need to buy alcohol.
Yep.
I have 4 bottles left."
Oh, man. Yeah, you better get that sorted, bud.
No.
I have enough to make,
Mhm.
like 10 jars of mead.
Okay.
I have a lot, and I will still have honey left over. I bought a lot, and even though
Yeah.
I don't need a lot for the honey circles, I just want to make alcohol.
Yeah, that's valid. I mean, honey is useful for a lot of things. So in the long run, that's honestly
is.
smart.
And it's a really good sweetener.
Yeah, and honey, like, if I remember correctly, it like has an obscenely long date before it even expires, right? Or does
It never
even-
expires.
Yeah, no, it never does expire. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, my brain was
You can
going
eat
to like another-
1,000-year-old honey.
Dude, is it like wine? Does it get better when you let it set? Can you like let it ferment?
You have to like, it'll just sit there and crystallize. You need something to ferment it.
Dang. Put some
Yeah,
grapes in
real
it.
honey crystallizes.
Heck yeah.
Proper
But the
honey
way to revert
I
it is
forget
just
what it's
set it in
called.
some boiling water.
Damn.
That's cool.
The
The more you know.
more you know, yeah. Yeah, I'll be real, like, the NPCs don't really have too much to say either. Like, it's that weird thing of, like, right now there isn't any crazy chaos going on. Like, that is the big thing. The one thing I can say is that, Yori would, at one point, approach, probably Loki for this.
Really?
Loki or Lindry, whichever she can find first. So I'll actually roll. The reason why I say this is because they are the captain and co-captains. So that's for Lindry. That's for Loki. Alright, she will be going to Lindry.
Loki does also have previous experience with these fucking captains they're about to deal with.
Yeah, honestly, she might just grab the both of you. That is true. So she'll just kind of round the two of you up. She'll just...
Okay.
Yeah, she would be finding Lindry first. She would just look at her and just kind of go, hey, mind if I talk with you and Loki for a bit?
Sure, what about?
Kryodibia and Ria Blaka, the two pirates on the island. Yeah, to keep it short...
What's on your mind?
I know we normally keep people at the ship. I'd like to be one of the ones that go on the land with you for this. I ran away from those crews rather than trying to fix the problem. And on top of that, if I'm going to be honest, I should have tried, or at least attempted to stop them at some point, and I never did, despite my morality, despite my consciousness on it. So at the very least, with the island being under siege, I want to be able to at least attempt to put an end to it now. It's a bit late, but it's better I do it now than never try.
Fair enough.
I know Loki also had some light connection with them, though his was more of he fought them, and that was it. I've actively been a part of their crew. So it's moreover I wanted to make sure the two captains would approve of this. If anyone knows what they're capable of, it's me and Loki.
I fought Kryodivia a while ago, and I managed to get to a stalemate before having to flee.
Yes.
But I was also stronger then. Oh boy. I don't like Kryodivia, I can say that much. I've had very bad experiences with him, so I'm not keen on much talking with him. I've not had much experience with Rio Blaka. He kind of left me alone.
Rio Blaka used to be relatively neutral. Wasn't until a little bit later on that he started causing problems.
I think I ran into him during that time, so yeah.
That would check. That
But
would check.
if those two are allied, then I put Rio Blaka in the same bar I put Kryodivia, which is someone who needs to get put down.
We can agree on that.
So, what did you have in mind?
Well, to be honest, when it comes to dealing with how do I put this? When it comes to martial fighting, that might be useful against Rio Dibia? Oh, yeah, Rio Blaka, sorry. But Kryodibia might prove to be a problem for our marshals. Which is another reason why I want to come along. Kryodibia he's a fruit user, to be quite frank. He's able to change his body into pure iron, essentially. Meaning bludgeoning, piercing, slashing attacks don't seem to do much. This still
So what
hurt.
you're saying is we need more magical attacks.
That would be better, or just ways to bypass it at the very least. I know I've seen Loki fight, and I know you have a mixture of the two. If you can find ways to make your martial do other elements, that'll probably benefit you.
I have Adain's Furious Fist. I don't often use it, but it does force damage.
That might be of your best interest.
And,
After our last fight, I've had to rework my spells entirely, so...
does he still have blood?
Ryodibia? Or, sorry, Kryodibia?
Yes.
I think he does.
Because if so, I can still make his blood boil within him.
As far as I know,
If
he still
he's-
has blood.
If he's a fruit user, he does have one distinct weakness.
Which would be ocean water.
Same weakness I have.
Yeah. We do need to keep in mind, normal water isn't going to do anything. It would need to be ocean water. We wouldn't be able to drown him. This is also something we should keep in mind. Because he is a shark person. He is a kakara.
No, but if we can get him in contact with ocean water
It would,
by bringing some with us,
We
could temporarily stun him.
We could.
We just
which
got.
would
We also got to make sure I don't get caught in that, because I will be next to him.
That and Yusaki.
Oh,
He's
boy.
also at that risk.
Yeah.
we would just start playing with water, making it swirl through the air.
So we could have you bring a bottle of seawater, and then you can use shape water and splash him with it.
All we'd need to do is get him for a split second. That'd deactivate the fruit and make it so that he can be killed.
It would knock him down for maybe a turn.
6 seconds would
Which
be
it-
the opening from it. It would douse him for a small bit.
6 seconds is all we need to pierce the heart.
Indeed. I just hope it works. It's the thing of, I think this will work. Like, this is our best shot we have. It's my old boss. I don't know what to expect from him. I don't know what's changed since the last I saw him. But we might need a bit more than a bottle. I don't know if that's enough to douse him. He's a big man.
I mean,
Could
I
get
just
a
know
bit.
that fruit users can't really get into much of any water.
No.
There is a way to test it, and unfortunately, I
Hey,
think...
wait a minute.
If you let me continue.
There's a way to test it. The kitsune ears back. Wait, man, I don't want to be the dummy.
If you let me continue, Loki.
Okay.
With the previous leader,
Mm-hmm.
I did end up barely splashing him with water, and it caused him to collapse.
This is true.
In my defense, I thought he was hurting Yusagi.
Well, he also had about as much spine as a limp noodle, so that probably didn't help.
I don't think having spine or any kind of fortitude matters. We can try it on you and Yusagi. You'll note I say both of you.
I will ask this, because this is something that's coming to my mind now. Did Lindry ever use ocean water when she did that in the past?
Yes, she specifically did.
Okay, gotcha. Because I was sitting there like, did he just like collapse for no fucking reason? Okay,
No,
yeah.
she used
No,
ocean water.
she-
It was purpose.
I specified it was ocean water because Kirla was firmly of the belief that Yusagi was in danger for
Yeah.
some reason.
As Fireman was screaming and like actively was going through a form of like backlash to trauma.
So she did what she had to disable what she
Yeah.
perceived as the threat.
Yep.
It might take a full use of like an entire thing of shape water, which I think it can hold up like, or maybe like half of one. Just like,
Shape water affects a 5-foot cube.
yeah, I don't know if we'll need a whole ass 5-foot cube, but maybe if you want to keep him in it.
If we want to keep him in it, yes, it would take up the 5-foot cube. But if we just want to temporarily incapacitate,
Yeah. Now keep in
which
mind.
is something we could do.
Keep in mind, when you use create water, you're creating fresh water. You're not creating ocean water.
I don't have create water, I have shape water.
Okay, what would be the difference with that?
Shape water uses existing water.
Okay.
Create water takes a drop and turns it into a certain amount.
Yeah.
Shape water just means, oh, I can take this water that is from the ocean, put it in a bottle, and then use it against my enemies, and it'll still have the same properties.
Gotcha. That's what I figured. I thought for a second there you were implying that you can make more of it by using shape water, and I was like, hold up. Okay, yeah.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
But with shape water, one of the things it says is specifically, you instantaneously move or change the flow of water as you direct it.
Yeah.
So she could take and control the water to get it onto Creodivia?
Yeah, Gyrodivia. You just need to have enough water on you to cause the effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, if she were to take a bottle of water...
2 or 3 bottles, yeah.
I would definitely recommend if you want to do this plan, take more than a bottle.
Okay.
That
So
that
they
is
would
something
take a couple
Yori
bottles of water.
Yeah, that's what Yori would recommend 100%. Because I will be honest, I can tell you right now, splashing a bottle on most like fruit users would not affect a person. Like it might like -5 their movement or something, but like it wouldn't do much to them. Because it wouldn't be enough to douse them. The thing is, with the stuff, to make them basically paralyzed, you have to douse them in water. Like, they have to be dripping wet, covered head to toe. Because the body and the mana has to pick up the idea that they are actively submerged in the ocean. That's kind of where that comes into play. But yeah, if you have more than one bottle, you should be able to at least make this happen for like 6 seconds at the very least. Like, that's at least an opening.
That's where experimenting would come in too.
Yep.
And I think with shape water you can... Oh no, it's instantaneous, it's not concentration.
Yeah, it's instantaneous.
I was gonna say, if it's concentration, she could just hold it on his ass.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, if you have any experiment you want to do right now, now's the best time to do it before you're in combat. Like, but...
I mean, I could still hold it on him.
Can you?
I feel like, as a DM, to some degree, for balance reasons, I'd have to say that might be a little bit harder to do, because you're not holding one giant conglomerate of water. You're not controlling that one massive conglomerate of water anymore. You're now doing tiny droplets that have been basically spread out. I'm also saying that because then technically this shape water could be used on literally any fucking like fruit user and paralyze them the entire combat, which then makes this thing that's supposed to be a buff for both players and NPCs to be a complete debuff. In fact, it would be crippling. Because
so this is where actually having the spells like proper thing comes in handy.
Mm-hmm.
Because it specifically states if you cast this spell multiple times, you can have no more than 2 of its non-instantaneous effects active at one time. So if she were to instantaneously move and change the water flow, she could have it surround him and then use it a second time to shape the water to that form, which would last an hour.
See, that's the problem I'm having with that. Because I like the idea, but again, to a degree, I really would rather not have a buff become a crippling debuff. Because I will let you know, if I agree to allowing this be a thing that could be done to a user to make them basically paralyzed for an hour, I will use that against players who have this as well. And I'd rather not cripple a player's character. You see what I'm saying?
Well, see, the thing is, if you do that non-instantaneous, you do have to concentrate.
Okay.
Because you can only have a maximum of 2 non-instantaneous at a time. So you do have to concentrate, and it specifically says you can dismiss such an effect as an action.
Yeah, but still, then if we use this, then this will be used against us.
Yeah, that's
it's a cantrip that can debuff that would make basically Usagi and me useless.
Yeah,
That's assuming we find water users in general. It's already
Sorry, go for it. My apologies.
It's already been stated several times, water users are rare. That's why Gao had so many of them locked in an underground area. Because finding a water user is extremely difficult.
Yep.
That's why Kirilla hasn't removed any of her water spells. That's why it's so integral to her backstory. She specifically learned these spells to be more useful on her family's farm.
So I'll let you know right now. What I'm gonna do for this, for now, is we'll come back to this whole thing within next session. But what I'm gonna do is essentially I'm just going to try and actually sit down and figure out whether or not I'll allow that form. Oh, because like with what you're going with the cantrip and with the thing, it makes perfect sense. I'm being straight up honest with you. It makes perfect sense for it to work for everything. I get that. I just don't want the possibility of accidentally crippling players. That is the one thing. So that's why I'm saying like I will sit here. I'll take the week to basically figure out whether or not I will properly allow it. I might maybe I can make it happen to a degree and just add some limits to how it would affect. I'll figure that out. I'll take the week for that because I really don't want to set something up that a cantrip, because yes, water users are rare, but it's one of those things where if you run into a water caster, or sometimes non-water casters like wizards, sometimes may have at least water cantrips. Because cantrips are the most common form that you'll find when it comes to water magic. There's a shot that a person who normally doesn't use water magic might at least have shape water. And that's where that could start becoming an actual problem. Because
like Loki can have shape water.
Yeah, because a good example is actually one of y'all's crewmates, the old wizard you used to have, the orc wizard, Corey. Karori, sorry, yeah. Karori had shape water. She was basically a runic wizard. That was her main thing with runic magic. But she still had shape water. Because with it being, a world built with islands, the one cantrip that is somewhat kind of common when it comes to water magic, because a lot of water magic isn't really common, it's pretty rare. The one somewhat is kind of like an uncommon when it comes to the water, when you put it up in a variation, is shape water. That's why I'm like, maybe I need to double think this because I really don't want to screw over the players. But I like where your head's at. I just want to make sure that I don't screw over y'all in the process, if that makes sense.
What if instead of an hour it was a concentration?
I mean, I will be honest. I would definitely make it a concentration no matter what. It's just more of the fact of like, let's say for example, if one of the PCs gets by themselves and that happens to them, then there's no concentration to be had because at that point nobody's going to be attacking like the person using it on the PC. The PC's just fucked at that point.
Yep.
That's more of where that concern comes into play, if that makes sense. I don't want to make y'all powerless. Because I will be honest, like I said before, I'm not going to hold back on y'all. So, like, if a character has that and they're able to get one of you guys who has a fruit by yourselves, then I would be essentially isolated. Because I'm not going to hold back. That would be a thought process. Anyone that's smart is going to do that. So they would do that, and that would just screw over the PC as a whole. I just don't want to ruin y'all's fun in the process. I love the idea. And it's completely logical. I want to put that out there. Every single bit you have mentioned makes perfect sense. I just want to make sure I don't screw y'all over.
That also brings up a question of like, so you can literally drown anyone, not even just like drowning a user of it, like just drowning anyone.
Yeah, technically you could just drown people unless they have like gills, like the guy you're actually going to be fighting, Crudivia.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing stating you can't walk away from if you're not a fruit user. So
True. Either way, we'll touch back on this next session. Because I genuinely want to put proper thought to it instead of making it on the hand at this very moment decision for something like this. Because
and
that
that's fair.
will... Yeah. Just because, like, it's a mechanic that will affect the rest of the campaign, essentially.
I'm personally against it, even though it'd be super
Same.
helpful.
Yeah, because I will be honest.
I don't want to be on the receiving end of that
Yeah.
at all.
Because I will be genuinely honest with you here, right? There is, just for full transparency, and you guys can just have this little bit of extra information, I guess, just on hand, because you guys wouldn't have known this. Because I just want to fully drill in where this kind of comes into play. One of the admirals has, like, water magic. That's why I'm like, oh god, an admiral fight? That would be devastating. And not all admirals are going to take on the whole crew. Like, some might actually try to ambush y'all one at a time. Y'all don't know. Like, anything could happen. There are some people that are genuinely devious enough to try that. That's why I'm like, I don't want to screw y'all over, because if they do that and paralyze you, they're just killing you. They're not going to keep you captive. The Marines don't care. They will just kill you. That's why I'm like, I don't want to do that to y'all. So I'll figure that out next session. But I love the idea, though. Okay. So, getting back on track. I love the thoughts, by the way. You can definitely, like, we can definitely still say, though, at the very least, we'll introduce at least experimenting, with the water, because I know you did say you wanted to do that. So, you would at least be able to confirm, you essentially would need to be able, just like, with testing via Loki, you would essentially need to be able to cover...
And Usagi.
And Usagi, okay, yeah, you grab both of them. Have fun, test them.
Two different levels of fortitude, willpower, and... honestly, general strength of... Loki just got his fruit, Usagi's had it for a while.
Yep.
Okay.
What changes based on time?
So, you would realize, upon, like, dousing them with the water, like, if you only cover half the body, it just seems like they just kind of get sluggish. Like, their muscles kind of just, like, it's almost like their, like, muscles get a little numb, but, like, they can still do what they need to do. So, like, you can kind of realize, probably would cause some movement problems, but it wouldn't cripple them or anything. Upon, like, dousing them, this is more where actually con would come into play. The con modifier. Rather than, like, the user's, like, attunement to the fruit, it becomes more of the con coming into play. If I remember right, how was your con modifier, Usagi?
Let's see. That would be +2.
Okay. And what about yours, Loki?
+6.
Usagi, you fall flat on the floor on your face.
Oh, great.
Loki, you can roll me a strength save.
Oh, lovely.
I got a 21.
You stay standing. You feel sluggish, so you have like you realize that you'd
Wait a
have
minute, I have to
disadvantage
play
on attack rolls.
I have to play a
dex
sound
saves,
effect for this.
dex,
1 second.
Checks, that sort of thing. But yeah, you
So
still
I basically
stay
have like
standing.
the poison status, effectively.
Yeah, it's kind of like a poison status, but it's not fully poison. Like you don't have disadvantage on everything. It's just very specific things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Look, it's just like, oh god.
Yeah.
The entire time, Kirla is apologizing up and down.
I just love
Sorry, I really don't want to have to do this, but we need to know.
I just love the visual of like the two of them be like, all right, they get doused. Usagi, bang, Loki. Oh no, I'm not. No.
Yeah. No, that really
Yeah.
is the case. It's just like, all right, Usagi gets like poked by it. He falls. Like.
Yeah.
This is
like,
where con comes into
yeesh.
play.
I'm so glad I'm a con main.
Con.
Yeah,
feels
you
like
sh-
shit.
Oh god, I was gonna say, but con, it doesn't get used a lot in D&D. Like the only things it really gets used for is con saves and like your HP. Like it doesn't actually have that many utilities in the long run when it comes to checks and saves in D&D. But this adds like a new use for Khan, weirdly enough, is your ability to just handle your entire body, essentially trying to go numb. Your body's basically having to resist your nerves shutting down, is really what's happening here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, another thing that Khan is supposed to be used for is the ability to go without sleep, apparently.
Yep.
What?
If you skip a day of sleep, it's a con save. That is a thing. Y'all haven't ever done that, so I've never had to use the mechanic, but yeah.
March or labor without rest, hold your breath, survive without food or water.
Yep. Oh,
I
man.
tried to take that into consideration, you know, when we were trying to move the kids, but no.
Oh.
Either way. All this being said, y'all will start to finally approach on the island.
Whoa.
So I gotta do some explaining, because this is actually, like, I've actually been hyped for this island, because it's actually a little bit on the unique side. I'm actually very proud of this. So, approaching the island, remember how I said there was chunks? It's because there's 4 chunks. There are, like, 4 mini-islands, essentially, that, like, surround this one massive floating crystal that's in between the 4. It basically floats over, like, a river. Essentially, there's, like, in other words, there's essentially, like, a giant river that splits the island into 4 chunks. Is basically what it is. So it's almost like looking at 4 islands, when in reality, it's just one island with just, like, a giant river just cutting through it in, like, 4 different ways. So, here's the fun thing about this. This island is split into the 4 chunks. You were told to dock at the southwest. You can see from, like, afar, there are these, like, stone bridges that are being held together, but what looks to be, like, psionic runic magic. Because you can see these, like, kind of, like, purple glow that kind of, like, you can be seen from, like, afar. That comes from, like, underneath the bridge, essentially. Besides that, this island, you can see, like, when you're approaching it, that the homes, like, the buildings seem to be made mainly out of, like, white marble, you know, that sort of stuff. It's a lot of, like, more modern-ish. And I say ish because, you know, the color scheming is more like that, but it's more like looking at, like, when it comes to actual architecture, looking at something similar to, like, the Romans, essentially. Besides that, you can see on the southwestern area where, like, you guys are supposed to land, it's, you know, like, there's a few buildings that are a little destroyed, like, chunks taken out of the walls, that sort of thing, so there's definitely been fights that have been happening in the southwest area. But you at least know that, you know, it's not taken over, probably.
That's good, I guess.
Looking over to the, like, east side of the island, however, you can see from the northeast chunk is a massive tree that has sprouted. Like, and when I say massive, I mean, like, it is titanous when it comes to size. Like, each chunk has, like, a black obelisk in, like, the center of it that the towns are built around. And they point directly to the sky with, like, some type of, like, unknown language that's basically carved into them. Despite that, this tree has basically grown near the obelisk and towers over it. These obelisks are around the size of a giant, so you're looking around, like, 30 feet, like, in height.
Oh.
So, this tree's massive. And it looks like, just like, I mean, you're looking at it from afar, so you can't really get an exact idea, but it looks like somebody's been building on it. That being said, you guys can start approaching in to this, like, essentially very, like, water-based island. Cause fun little fact, besides that, like, you know, 4-way river that you got going on, there's, like, water moats that, like, are, like, built and, like, center around, like, basically, like, go around, like, the edges of the houses. You know, like, how some people can have, like, side yards, that sort of thing? Instead of a side yard, they have, like, water moats that go around the buildings. And they even have, like, man-made, like, water, like, little, tiny, little, like, water, like, rivers. That, like, one person could stand, and if you another person, like, tried to stand beside them, they wouldn't fit. But they have these little, like, rivers that are man-made that kind of go through the town. Essentially, just by the looks of it, they use it to just essentially hydrate all the plants that are, like, growing near and within the town and, like, near the houses. But obviously, you know, those plants aren't looking too good. Not all of them, at least. Not because they're not being taken care of, just because some of them probably gotten trampled a bit, or they've just outright been hit by an attack that missed an enemy, that sort of thing. And yeah, as you guys will begin to dock, you can see actively that there's probably a fight that has just ended. As there is a man in a black cloak with dreads standing over a pile. And that is where we'll end for today.
Pile of what?
Pile of bodies. I just mentioned a fight. But
Oh
yeah,
boy.
that being said, thank you all for watching this episode. I know it's kind of been all over the place today, but we had a lot going on today. Next session, y'all actually get to see what's going on with the island, see what you can do about it. Thank you guys for watching this episode, though. You can find the Rum and Harbor campaign up on the Lost Harbor Tavern, up on Spotify, and up on YouTube, where you can also, hello air conditioning, where you can also find some other campaigns, such as the Brothel campaign, the Hidden Garden campaign, YouTube shorts, YouTube one-shots, and you can also, on the Lost Shipyard, you can find some more stuff. It's our second channel. It's over on YouTube. You can find some even more campaigns up on YouTube if you don't want to use Spotify. Where you can find Sanity Campaign, Duped Campaign, Nisha Campaign. Thank you guys for watching this episode. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.